This should work. Let's see what happens. It's uploading. All right. And let's go ahead and play the video. My mistake might be using the old... Huh. Are you seeing the stream come live?
It says streamed 18 seconds ago.
There we go. Okay. All right. So we're live. All right. Okay.
Oh.
Here we go. Now it's working. All right. There we go.
So we'll just be silent.
Hey, Gabber, what's up, man? Yeah. Let's enjoy this.
Let me go! Ah!
And per Jared. Right there. Accidentally got him in the video. Didn't even realize it was him, to be totally honest with you, until after.
Oh, there he is.
But yeah, didn't even realize he was. I was like, oh shit, that was per Jared.
This is proof of his innocence, in my opinion.
Yeah, this totally.
I don't see him doing anything bad. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's funny.
Well, the funny thing, I was filming this. I didn't even realize it was him. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
You got flashbacks yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. This is Gaber's in the chat. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 2015, I think.
Okay. Oh. Well, ripping pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I've watched this before.
I probably have. Is anybody commenting or just Gabber so far?
I just Gabber
Okay.
on my end.
I'm using the new interface just to see. Hey, Colin, what's up, man?
That's Colin Swinburne's in the house.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. All the blue wrenches are coming and clanging.
Oh, yeah.
Clanging them together. This is gonna be the entire stream, right? It's just us watching this video.
Yeah, I guess on loop and just pausing it on the Pro Jared part.
Look how young you were.
Yeah, before the stress of doing everything else was kicked in my ass.
The stress of fatherhood, especially.
And to be fair, I was like 30 pounds less then too.
He's just less muscular, so I like. But you still lift that guy and put him in the trunk.
Oh yeah, I can.
I remember seeing this.
Yeah.
But now you know that association.
Yeah,
Jared was in one of your videos.
Yeah, my issue was I hurt my knee, and so I started like lifting more, and it kind of ruined my my cardio workout. So I gained some more weight. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, you're fine. You're not like the rest of America.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
All right. Well.
Help! Help!
He's a male feminist Jared Fogle and now a guest star of Dan Schneider Nickelodeon star.
Hey, we're doing an interview.
Oh my lord.
What the fuck is this?
This is some some dramatic stuff. This is about Colin. This has been a word on a Japanese guy stealing $100,000 from his boss. That wasn't me.
Interesting. Hey John, what's up, man?
John Rogers, hello sir.
I don't know what that is.
Just so you know that we're playing a new FMV game.
Yeah.
It's one that Ian made years ago.
Yeah, it's called Historic Nerds Murders Cosplayers. It's pretty good.
Yeah, guest starring Pro Jared.
Oh, should I go back? Because most of the people here haven't... Or should I just finish? I'll let it finish and we'll go back to the Pro Jared sequence in the video. Where I accidentally got him in there. I didn't realize he was in there.
Yeah, because inevitably this is going to become the Pro Jared drama talky stream. Not really.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna come up here and there.
Yeah. Johnson, I remember this video. I was really happy with how this one came out.
Yeah, it was this around the time you started putting like little skits in your videos?
Yeah, this is around the time I started like incorporating them and just kind of.
Nice thing with the SIG activator.
And I know, right?
My my son's crying. Gonna need to step out for a few. Hopefully it wasn't
Oh,
for this.
yeah. Hopefully,
for
sorry. I
this
hope
video.
it wasn't this video, Gabber. I'm sorry. See, that's yeah.
Maybe heard Pro Jared and was like, he sent me some emails that I don't want to talk
Yeah, so actually,
to.
I'm hoping my buddy, he's actually coming out this next weekend. So actually, I'll probably have him on the stream next weekend.
Okay.
Just for funsies.
You guys will be doing some couch co-op and everything?
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Nice. Wait, is that your, what's his name?
My buddy, yeah, you met him. Yeah, you met him in Portland.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah,
cool.
so we where is it? Oh, here.
That should be a good
So,
time.
So here is how we accidentally got Pro Jared, boop, in the show. Thought that was
look at
pretty
that
fun.
schnoz.
Yeah, you definitely know
Yeah.
by the
There you go. Do you think he's looking at money or looking at nudes?
I think he's probably trying to
right
find his
now?
chin right there.
Mm.
But yeah, that was.
Like I said, dude.
Just thought that was funny.
That's just funny. It's a small world, you know. Especially
yeah.
at Portland.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
Kept seeing him walking around, nose up in the
But
air.
all right, let's go ahead and switch over to gaming. That's the one time a guy ended up.
That's your
in,
commentary.
Yeah, yeah. That's my commentary on the Pro Jared thing.
Yep.
I think Jimmy is ready to join CDI at some point.
No, never.
Let's see how our online play works at the internet in my office now. Let's do doubles. Yeah, why not?
So, let me ask you about. So this is Rocket League, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it still like a budding online community or thriving? Should I say?
I think it's still doing pretty good because I mean they added like Xbox One and PS4 and all that, so it got pretty big. I don't know how it's going now. I haven't touched the game in a while, but I know the esports community for it's pretty big still.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It's got staying power.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the kids play this than fucking Fortnite.
It's pretty fun. My neighbors, like his kids, are all about Fortnite.
Yeah, like every kid, man. Even in Japan, it's taken over.
Okay, I can't remember how to boost.
So Godzilla 73. What up, champs? Hello, sir.
Let's see if I remember how to play this game. Oh, he knows how to play. All right, that's good. I don't remember how to play though. Oh my god.
You need to get banned.
Oh.
Dude, Godzilla's a fucking Fortnite master. 1 kill in 15 matches. Dude, put your Twitch link in the description so you can follow this pro gamer.
Ah.
Nah, I don't know anything about Fortnite other than there's dancing and there's microtransactions, right? And it's supposedly free to play. And every kid on the planet plays that. It makes me kind of feel bad for PUBG, even though that game's kind of like hit and miss, right?
Oh yeah. Well, PUBG, I don't know. It's kind of that guy just tried to score on us, my own team. Oh god.
Maybe they're griefers. Colin's asking or saying you should put landmines in your neighbor's yard.
Ooh.
Okay. CC, 3 of my PS4 friends play this game every week. All right, so it's pretty budding. And then John Rogers is saying that you seem to be buffering.
Oh, is it buffering?
We'll see if. Let's see, mine is fine.
Oh.
I just have you on auto 240p, sadly. So let me bust that. Put
crap.
that up. On 240p, it looked like you had little swastikas on your your wheels. So there's our Hitler mention. Okay, that's done too. We talked about Pro Jared. We talked about Hitler.
There we go. Got it over. Got it over with. Get out of your system. All right.
There you go. Is that so that car, like that little hat that you have, is that something that you chose to put on there?
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's a little wizard cat.
Okay.
Yeah. I cannot remember how to play this game. I'm out of it.
So maybe while you're playing this game, what's cooking in the land of historic?
Yeah, so I finished the script for the
channel?
Point Break video, and now I'm just kind of.
Awesome.
Ah, crap! They're gonna score. No, never mind. They're terrible. They're just as bad as I am, so that's okay. I haven't touched this game in so long. There we go. There we go. A stream where Jimmy wouldn't remember stream without mentioning Hitler. Fun fact: did you know Hitler developed rocket cars?
You were actually playing the new
Oh, crap.
Wolfenstein's
Ugh.
Easter egg.
Oh, damn it. Bumped it too hard. Come on, buddy. Come on. Go for it.
Yeah, I still need to get a Steam account.
Ah, crap.
I have a Steam game that I bought. I think I paid like $50 for it. I bought it from the developer of the game,
Oh.
and it came with a bunch of extra crap and like a Steam key. And I'm like, I don't know. My laptop's on its last legs. Actually, the battery just died too. So
Oh, no. So it's only working on power.
yeah,
How
just
long,
working
how long
on
you had that
power.
laptop?
I've had it since I think 2013 or
Oh, wow.
2012. So this is the first.
Yeah.
And then I bought this computer and I was like, oh, I can make YouTube videos now because I have
Yeah.
enough power. So it's still doing well. It doesn't really fuck up that often. It's just I could just notice that it's
There we go.
coming up.
Yeah, I find so my old desktop is kind of sitting in the corner of my office. I'm not quite sure what to do with it yet. But I need to turn it into a server or something.
Just reading this weird dream that Godzilla 73 had about Hitler being in his basement. And the wife said, "Coming down." It's like, oh god, our wife's gonna find out we have Hitler in our basement. Can you imagine that movie? It's like a Judd Apatow film.
Oh, God.
Hitler's in the basement, starring Bobby Lee and Seth Rogen.
Oh, jeez, that'd be a pretty funny movie.
Okay, I would watch that movie. Who would we get for the titular Mr. H-man?
John Hamm. I think John Hamm would make it perfect.
John Hamm, yeah, John Hamm. I'm gonna say it. The leader of the Nazi Party never looked so good. I must have fallen asleep watching the History Channel, which that used to be the Nazis.
They used to be the World War II channel.
Used to be that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't it now just a bunch of like reality
It's just,
bullshit?
it's just Pawn Stars and
aliens.
Swamp
It's
People.
Pawn
and,
Stars. Is it
Yeah.
small people on that?
oh,
on the History
Swamp
Channel?
People, sorry.
Oh, Swamp People. Okay. I thought there was another like small people.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing. I remember that.
There were like
Oh, it's like
3 or
Small People,
4.
Big World or something? Oh, yeah.
Small People, Big World, a Dwarf's Tales, and
Yeah.
my parents were watching one
Ah, crap.
when I was in the States last year, and they were telling me they told me all the lore on all like the dwarf shows, and I was making fun of them and been telling my mom like, why do you keep calling them little people and dwarves? That's insulting. They're midgets. I wouldn't want to be called something from a Tolkien novel.
Oh, jeez.
But they were telling me there's one where it's like a really trashy like dwarf family, like not like quite trailer park but close to it. And I was like, geez, you guys need to get out of the house more often. You know all the intricacies of the dwarves.
Yeah, I guess, they just made that, what was it, Tolkien movie, I thought, like the one about his life or something along those lines.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It looks pretty, meh.
Oh, Barry Hitler Loan Firm.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I am an orc. I'm proud of it.
Have you gotten into accounting and talked to Barry Hitler?
That's like, maybe as much as the mustache. That's a name that's forever ruined.
Mm-hmm. Well, same with
Is
Adolf.
there anything as Adolf? That used to be such a nice name.
Oh, that Hitler, such a nice boy. Jeez.
Such a nice boy.
Oh, jeez.
But not quite good enough to come to the art
Yeah,
academy.
not quite due to the Vienna, art school and all that.
Oof.
It was actually, I'm trying to remember what the channel was called. I subscribed to it. And they've been doing these, they do, psychotically in-depth biographies of people. And they did one on Hitler, they did one on Napoleon III, one on Bismarck, Stalin, Trotsky. Pretty freaking cool.
Like something that the History Channel should be doing.
Yeah, something that the History Channel,
shows
God, the
or
History,
Swamp People.
Yeah, the History Channel hasn't produced a good piece of content in a decade. And even then, they're like, "Oh, ancient aliens." I'm like, dude, God, I get so angry, just talking about this. The final solution for your payments. Come see Barry Hitler in accounting. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Sorry, I'm part of Wu-Tang Finance.
Should do
so
some
I don't
Hitler
need that.
content. Yeah, I guess it could World War II stuff.
Yeah, go back to some of the.
I don't know. I find my
Updates,
issue with some of the
updates.
history stuff, there's just so many channels out there that do it so well. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, that's why you gotta tie it into the video games.
Yeah,
that way-
like the way I
that'll
used,
be-
the way I used to do it when I started the channel, and I was like trying really hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, like stuff like, for example, the old Pyongyang Racer.
Oh God, I love that one.
Like, that's like such a neat topic to cover.
Well, the funny thing was, like, I don't think anyone else. I think there's like one other video that covers Pyongyang Racer.
Yeah, and was it Pro Jared? Because you might be in for a big boost. People are like, "Fuck this guy." What other Pyongyang Racer?
No, I think it's
videos are there?
some channel awesome guy or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's almost as bad these days.
Yeah. I remember applying
Yes.
for Channel Awesome. Like, your content isn't quite what we're looking for right now. I'm like, you bitches.
Yeah, we looked at you and your potential for scandal is very low.
Yeah, you don't seem like a scumbag.
Yeah. We cross-referenced you on all the dating apps. We didn't find any profiles.
Okay, well,
cheating on your wife.
apparently we're just stuck in a perpetual looking for a match thing. Okay.
Ken Burns does excellent documentaries. That is true.
Hmm.
Those are all available on Netflix, aren't they?
Yeah, the Ken Burns Civil War is available on Netflix. I think he just released the Vietnam one as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wish I had Netflix. I'd watch those.
How available is that in Japan?
Netflix?
Yeah.
They have Netflix, but it's its own kind of like it has a lot of the stuff that you get in like the States, but it's very limited. I don't know, like it launched maybe 3 years ago. So, and they have their own original Japanese content as well. Same thing with Amazon Prime, but it all looks like shit.
Yeah, 316. What's up? Hey, wrong stream.
On video. Well, if you rewind back to the beginning.
Yeah, we actually we were having a video where I accidentally got Pro Jared in one of my videos, and I didn't realize it till after. It was funny.
Yep.
Thought that was pretty funny.
This
Well, remember putting the video up? You were like, "Did you got Pro Jared in there?" And I'm like, "I do."
It's like, there you go.
Oh crap! I'm gonna play
Yeah,
this
I mean,
game.
I only recognize him because he sent me a picture of his dick on Twitter. Oh,
that's how.
it's that guy. Interdenominational aliens would be very good. Coexist.
Remember how to play this game. So apparently the Idaho Army National Guard is actually getting rather active with the esports community, because apparently there's a collegiate team at the Boise State University. So apparently the Idaho Army National Guard is going to try and like sponsor him or something along those lines. Thought that was interesting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. Pro Jared will not be coming to the stream. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately. There we go. Hey, got somebody to rage quit already. That makes me happy.
You may get somebody worse.
Oh no! Oh, my teammate rage quit apparently. Never mind.
Oh, never mind.
Oh crap! Crap!
Oh.
Hey, Cat Metro, what's up, man?
You're a big fan of the Rocket League. Yeah, I had a few friends who were like playing this like it seems like every weekend for several hours, and doing practices, which is kind of nuts. And by nuts, I mean sad. Neat concept though. You know what I was playing that's kind of like this is since I did that video, I got I had to do some footage for Street Racer on the Super Nintendo, and they have a soccer mode in that, and it's like this except it's unplayable on Street Racer.
Oh my
god! I never played it before.
My teammate just ruined that. I feel like. Cat Metro also uses the the van. All right.
Free candy van.
Rocket
That's
League.
what I was gonna do. I mentioned it to you, but I was gonna make a little photoshopped image of Yahel in front of a van that said free CDIs, and holding on to a CDI with like a bunch of like BTS and all this trendy bullshit for the kids. And he's man. And another case of a person taking advantage of his internet fame and getting people as young as 31 to send nude photos to
God,
join
that's
the
funny.
CD ISIS cult. I was like, oh shit, I was gonna do that yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, that would have been very interesting timing. And now I'll have to wait like a little bit.
I remember, I haven't played this game in so long. This is the first time I've touched Rocket League in months.
You're actually the first person that made it look appealing to me, though.
I mean,
Even
like,
though
it's...
you're not like pro.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't
It's
do,
just
like,
good
honestly,
fun.
I have zero aerial skill at all. Like, I cannot do that. Ah!
Kevin Ball says, hi, Historic and friends. Hello,
Hey,
Kevin
what's up,
Ball.
Kevin? How you doing, man?
I like the Soccer Motor Street Mate Racer. Yeah, it's fun, but it's like unplayable because there's like 5 or 6 people playing at the same time, and it's like a half a court, and it's so tiny. If you play with friends, I'm sure it's really fun. The AI is too perfect in it too.
That's unfortunate.
Kotaku being sold by a Mexican channel. Okay.
Ah, crap. Had that.
Univision? Disney invested $400 million in Vice Gaming. Now Disney said Vice Gaming's worthless. Ah!
Well, same with, like, Full
That's
Sail
that
and a
Disney Touch.
bunch of other programs. Ah! Blew that guy up, though, at least.
The video game school.
Oh, yeah.
I always think back to that Westwood College, not affiliated with Westwood Studios.
Remember, like, there was a game university that was out there for a bit that, like, turned out to be a giant scam as well.
It's called Trump University, or
that was a business one, I think.
It might have been Westwood because my friend Derek got fucked by them.
Oh. Hey, actually,
Might have been,
you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I think it might have been Westwood. Because I remember, like, talking to them, and they were like, yeah, $80,000. I'm like, that seems really high, even for, like, a traditional university.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god,
Like
dude,
a
really?
full year. Oh no.
Ah!
Okay.
Really, the guy launched it towards our freaking goal. Ah! Man, I didn't help by choking on that last little bit there, but yeah.
Kevin Ball says that you're being worn down in the terms of Saturday, and now's the time to strike. I've been striking, dude.
There we go. There we go. Bringing us back. Bringing it back.
Kevin, you can't see it here, but I've made a bot to spam his channel. I think it's really been helping with his metrics, though. Goes in there and just, spreads the good word of the Sega Saturn.
Okay.
Kunio-kun.
So it turns out I'm playing better with the AI versus the guy that was with me.
That's not surprising. Oh, so it is Univision that bought Kotaku. They were buying a bunch.
Oh,
of
come on,
companies.
Casper. Ugh.
It's too bad Gawker didn't buy Kotaku back in the day.
Woo! There we go. Brought it back.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe actually didn't Univision buy them from Gawker? I don't know.
I don't know what the story with Gawker was, like, in terms of their,
They're restructuring.
Yeah.
Donald's University supposedly has a good business school. Well, if you can get people to eat shitty food, I mean, that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good business. Even though I love McDonald's.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no, no.
Soviet Strike on the Saturn uses the Sega 3D controller's analog stick,
Oh, did it?
which makes it the best system of that generation. Yes, sir.
So I haven't found a copy of, I haven't found a 3D analog stick for the Saturn that didn't cost like $100.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're that expensive now.
Yeah, they're stupid expensive.
Like the U.S. ones, like the black ones, or
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I remember back in the old days on like eBay when you can get like the night set for like $20 shipped.
I remember you could buy freaking Jaguars for 20
even.
bucks.
Oh,
Miss those
God,
days.
Yeah. Speaking of the Jaguar and skits, I remember like.
Come on, Casper.
I think
Come on.
probably
Yeah,
the first
there we
skit-
go. Won it.
Oh,
Won
there you
it.
go. I think the first skit I remember on your channel was that Jaguar skit.
Mm.
At least the one that I really was like, what?
I thought it was well done.
That's a Jaguar. No, I liked it. That's what I
Yep,
remember.
that's Jaguar.
You should do stuff like that. Maybe for your next Point Break.
Yeah, the
video.
Point Break one, I have a really dumb Alex Jones
surfing.
intro one. I think will be funny.
Okay.
I have a buddy who does like
Interdimensional aliens.
he's a former Army Aerovac medic, and he's pretty fucking funny. So I'm gonna see if he wants to come over and do that, because we talked about doing it for a long time.
Please tell me that you're gonna have tons of pills on the table.
Oh,
if he does
oh my god, that's even better.
it. Like if he forgets a line, he just like chugs some pills.
Oh, it's like
Zara.
oh, it's
Those
more
are my mental.
well, because we're
mental vitality.
because like the whole gag is like, oh, these ninja parcheesi hippies are taking over the world, man. it's like a really dumb gag like that. We're probably just gonna just
sounds like something. That's something I'd find on Infowars.
pretty much that's the whole gimmick. And then the funny thing was, I actually own Point Break on Laserdisc, so it's gonna play into that.
Voice.
I just know you were playing Jaguar.
John Rogers, what did you miss over the past 2 minutes? You just missed that Ian is actually doing well in this game.
Yes.
He has an AI. that support
Yeah,
him.
so far the computer has been better than any human player I've had.
This is a great FMV game.
Right?
Ooh, they're the best.
Yeah, the freaking frames they have here. But apparently I'm getting glitched out in these weird little arenas where no one wants to play with me.
Yeah. Dick Dixon's coming in with an unapproving.
That's Dixon for you.
Or maybe he's like intrigued. I don't know. What kind of is it? Something I had about text is I've had in my life especially back in the old days of like AOL Instant Messenger, so many weird misunderstandings because somebody reads something a way that you don't mean it.
I remember so much drama being avoidable back in the day because of like ICQ and all that.
I stopped using. Yeah, I stopped using all that shit. I didn't come back to using like Messenger stuff until MSN Messenger had video.
Oh, I just screwed over my teammate there, but he was coming in for a hit. Oh, no, what are you doing? Why are you hitting it towards our goal? No! Oh, no! Ah!
Yeah, Colin, send me a birthday call.
What a save! I'm like, no! Ah.
Good looking. That was a good looking replay, though. Does Japan celebrate Mother's Day? Sort of, yeah. Is it like?
I feel like Japan loves any potential consumerist holiday.
Yeah, there's a lot of holidays in this country.
Yeah.
You know about Happy Mondays?
No idea about that one.
Good old Happy Monday. It's just such a funny name, but in order for like the public or whatever to have 3-day weekends because they work so hard, they try to like move all the holidays to Mondays. So it's the Happy Monday system.
Interesting.
I think it was introduced around the same time they introduced the Cool Biz system, which is like, it's super hot during the summer, and these companies want to save money, so they don't turn on the air conditioners.
Oh God.
So you can wear a nice dress shirt that's short sleeved without the tie, and that's like their solution. Instead of just turning on air conditioners. Oh, but we also have to be. We have to reduce our carbon footprint or something too.
That's inhumane.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Crap.
Colin, I'll take the Batman.
Oh no! I keep missing this hit here. I'm doing awful.
Yeah, Gaber, you're not missing anything, but Ian's missing all of his goals.
Missing everything.
By the way, this is a nice looking game.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty game. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I never realized how nice it looked. I
no.
thought it looked like a mobile game, but it's got nice looking arenas.
Yeah, it's my favorite one is the there's a Mad Max one you can do that's pretty good.
Let's see. Mars Girl said she dated Pro Jared when he was on Screw Attack for a week. That makes her a victim too. Oh, is she now?
I thought. Isn't there a whole controversy about how she's like faking something against a voice actor or something along those lines?
Yeah, she's taken up a weird activist stance against Vic Monyaña. So it's like not. I don't think it's anything to pay attention to. She's gonna get her ass sued or something.
I thought it was weird. There was a brief period when I actually had more subscribers than Mars Girl. I thought that was odd. I'm like, really? You've been around forever.
it's funny, right? When you look at some people who've been around forever and they have like they don't really have a lot of subscribers. You know, like even yeah, back then it was a different game too, but
Oh yeah,
before,
they were all pretty much on Blip. Is kind of what their issue was. And
They
so
were
it's like kind of like what I did. Yeah, like,
they were like you. They were on the Blip bandwagon.
yeah, they God, that was the dumbest thing I put again.
It,
Yeah, me
you
too.
know?
Like I was doing really well on Blip. Like I thought there was a period of time where I'm like, man, I'm freaking gonna quit and do Blip.
Yeah, dude, I'm like one of the top content creators on Blip.
No, I was getting like
Called my
crap ton
mom
of.
about it. Yeah, you were doing good. You had all those screw attack
Yeah.
features, and you know, Pro Jared probably saw that he was in one of your videos. That's why they started to promote you all the time.
Yeah. Ah, crap.
Ian isn't drunk enough yet to play. Yeah. once
No,
you
I'm
get
not.
to
Well, I find there's actually with Rocket League there's a buzz level just like bowling where like you get really good. I think I'm like right in that little mode there
big Rocket League.
because with you and Happy Console Gamer there, I was sipping on my rum and coke pretty aggressively.
See, Colin says you don't have more subs because you don't have a massive ass.
I know I'm not I'm not thick enough. Ugh.
You gotta get thick. You gotta get thick like what's her name?
I was doing squats today. I'll say that though.
Oh, well, that's gonna be good. You can be an Instagram booty model,
Oh, I should do that.
or you just inject all this like nasty fucking. I don't know what the hell. Is it
Oh,
silicone?
I
they
think
inject?
it's actually like an oil or something.
Ew. That's the grossest thing. Like a girl with a nice like squat, defined ass is like one of the nicest things you can come across in a photograph or in real life, whatever. As long as her boyfriend's not like Brock Lesnar. But
Yep.
all that weird fake ass stuff, it's just it's creepy.
Colin says I
If
lost
anything,
12 kilograms in the last 2 weeks. I like curves.
Good, hey, good on you, dude.
Wait, can
Not-
you do squats in
Gabriel, good
4K
you
on
for,
stream?
like,
I guess I can go do leg day on stream. I should do that.
few squats at 4K. Yeah, jeez.
I should do
Let's
that.
Do it.
Oh crap! I just set them that. I just set it up for them.
Guys, Meathead Game Reviews.
Give me a game review. I'm gonna go ahead and do a squat while you're staring at my butt while I talk about the game.
I got my
You're talking about
super
Metalhead for
like
the.
skills.
You're talking about Metalhead for the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, Metalhead's for. That's for 32X. My bad. I'm a liar.
Yeah, don't worry. Your gimmick it means that you don't really have to play video games.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just like.
I don't give a shit.
I remember one time I was at the gym and I was like weightlifting, and this guy like was like every time he'd do a lift, he was like, and I was like, I'm like, it was so distracting. I'm like, is someone doing you in the butt right now, man? I don't understand why you sound like that. It was real bad. I'm like, what is going on? Ah!
See, Kim Kardashian curves are unnatural looking and unattractive. I feel they're weird now. She used to be such a pretty, like 10 years ago. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody in her family started looking like her. It's so creepy. Even her stepdad. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
What is wrong with that?
The cosmetic
But I
surgery
gotta say,
addiction.
much respect to Kanye West. Yeah, everybody got surgery.
Hmm.
Oh, look at that. Okay,
Hey,
so you got
hey, bitch,
all
you a
kinds of
hobbit?
parts, huh? Yeah.
You live in a hole in the
God.
ground facing east?
I wanna do like a day where I just marathon all like the best South Park episodes.
Mm.
I've been wanting to watch that pro wrestling one, the wrestling one.
Oh, that's not.
Been watching so much
Mr.
wrestling.
Mr. Guillermo, we have to fire you because you have all that gay porn on your phone.
Yeah,
I was like, it's wrestling.
and then he shows it to all those wrestling fans. He's like, "You better get the hell out
Well,
of
I
here!"
love
Showing
that-
us that.
I
Gay porn.
love it. The kids were like they're hitting each other with chairs. Like, this is wrestling. This ain't wrestling.
This ain't wrestling.
Oh god, that was
it's
good.
It's such a good one. He's like, "Yeah, I got pregnant by him." And it's like, it really is what wrestling's all about, though. It's just high testosterone soap opera.
Oh yeah. What's funny?
Jimmy
What's
says
funny was
something-
I had created like in my Discord channel. I had created this thing where it was like for like civil discussions about political topics, things like that, or what do they want? They just turned it into a wrestling thing, and that's just the gimmick they've continued to do. Ah, crap.
see. Say something about nice about Metal Jesus because he's not involved in scams. I'll just say this, like, you know, I love those hidden gems. My gems are so hidden, you'll never see my pics of them on the internet. That's my nice thing about.
I got nothing against Metal Jesus. I'm like, I don't know the guy or anything like that. But like,
He's in Japan right now.
Oh, is he?
So yeah,
didn't look you up for being a translator or anything like that?
Oh, you know, you fucking. I wouldn't have gone down there and meet him anyway.
Ah, gotcha.
I go down there and I'll hang out with My Life of Gaming guys and whoever. I'll meet people, but I don't know. But God bless. Hope he does a good thing. I think 7B was just making a joke, as like Metal Jesus isn't sending dick pics as far as we know.
That is true.
But
he did work in the customer service line of Sierra back in the day. We know that.
Yeah. Sierra and Vivid Video. No, I don't know about that. I do have some interesting stories that I've heard, but everybody knows those stories. If your penis gets semi-hard watching gay porn, does that make you gay?
It makes your penis gay.
You see a little bit, like, you know. I'm not saying that it's something that happens to me, but if it did,
where did my teammate go?
I'd go to my church.
I'd set him up perfectly for that.
I don't know, man.
Ah.
Yeah, it's all.
The thing I find weird, they're like hidden gems in the Switch. I'm like, isn't the Switch still a relevant console that's like they're making games for? I mean, how is anything a hidden gem on that moment?
And they're all downloadable games. It's like you can get that anytime. What the fuck? All right, it's just so. A part of me hopes that it's like he knows it's ridiculous and he's just like, hey, let's just do this. But
well, it seems like literally the phrase "hidden gems" is somehow like in the YouTube algorithm. I don't know how that works out.
I'm gonna do the not seen treasures.
I do not Z. What's going on here?
Not Z.
No.
Yeah, that Hitler remark. It wasn't me this time, guys.
Ian is going to get surgery to look more like a bottle of Jack Daniels. Oh, I need to do that.
That would have been a great name, like for like a YouTube persona.
Jesus, is there a
Jack
freaking
Daniels?
There's a propeller airplane outside my house right now.
I'm going to show you guys how to build up your fucking biceps and also be an alcoholic.
I'm
Jack Daniels.
I'm Jack.
That would be like a great gimmick.
God, that'd be the best channel. Like, oh, that'd be amazing. No, I'm hitting the right level of
the Mega Man series. I've heard of that. That's related to Mighty Number 9, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a game series.
I was sent a copy of Mighty Number 9. I think it's related to this Mega Man thing you're talking about. So
oh my god.
Video of the chick being eaten by the bed gets passed around at work quite a bit. Oh, did Kevin make a video of some chick getting eaten?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin, did another one. It's pretty funny. Like she falls in between the beds and the bed just eats her.
Leaps or whatever.
I love those. They're so good.
That's good.
My favorite, like the Rock Crusher one. My wife is like, "Oh no, the poor rock." It's so good.
Yeah. Well, Godzilla 73. Yeah, not all the way gay if you get kind of hard watching gay porn, but like I don't know. I'm kind of sad. Sometimes I'm like, I can't do it. You know, I'm just too goddamn straight. I might be drinking Zima and low carb beer all the time, but I'm not gay. And in today's world, it's like it's kind of cool to be gay. You know, I've never.
Yeah, got it.
Never had anything.
Oh, he scored for us. Yeah. I have no issue.
Let's see, Jeremy Dixon. Who said it was disapproving?
Wait, what?
I guess he's catching up to the thing.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, wow! Wow.
We were just talking about how it's hard to read these. I just assume that it's disapproving because it's a historic nerd stream.
It's got to be.
And I'm here. So
Jeremy secretly hates me, despite the fact he sent me all that amazing stuff about the PlayStation.
I know. He's just sad that PlayStation. There was I guess the timer didn't work. You were supposed to blow up on you.
What's funny though, he sent me that amazingly cool PlayStation, and I ordered a replacement laser, and it was like this Chinese replacement manufactured one that literally had probably sat at the bottom of a lake for 10 years. So like the thing was disintegrating, and like I got it to work, but it just I need to work on it some more.
Do you need a replacement PlayStation just to swap the laser out, or?
Well, no. It's I think actually Jeremy said he's actually going to Captain Retros to buy a laser to give to me. Apparently.
Oh, sweet.
Because the funny thing, I spent like 29 bucks on a replacement laser I thought would be good, and then I made the mistake of just waiting too long to return it. Because I didn't realize it was it had basically sat in the side of a moist box for a decade.
Jesus. Gabriel's asking if you're gonna stream some Blizzard later.
I will.
90s Blizzard.
Yeah, because I strive in my I strive in the. God, my rum's finally hitting me. In the Discord,
Nice.
in the Discord, was asking for some stuff. So I have the original StarCraft installed right now for him.
Nice. Get a team of medics to get slaughtered. That's what I used to do when I was playing with my friend on LAN.
I remember, like, I got into StarCraft 2 briefly, and I found I was decent at Terran, and I would go, like, Marines, Medivacs, Marauders. But if that didn't work, I wouldn't have any backup strategy, so I just like, oh, well, this game's gonna lose.
Over here. Is that a moist box? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna get in our own scandal.
Ooh.
Jeremy says he doesn't hate anyone.
Oh, he does. He
That's
doesn't.
not fun. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Don't you hate
Yeah.
Ian? Isn't that why you send him all these nice things and you support him on Patreon and you're always
yeah.
coming here being nice? Tell the truth. You hate Ian. I hate Ian too. That's why I always come on here. I'm always
Exactly why.
Yeah. That's why when I was in Portland, I was like, when I meet this motherfucking Ian, I'm gonna give him a hug.
Yeah, Jeremy's too busy setting up that gigantic server of his.
Okay, yeah, he was mentioning that to me as well.
Yeah.
Says,
Let's see, Jimmy.
luck with that.
Jimmy, did you know a lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey for a story she posted? Yeah, it was actually a gigantic, but I thought it was a really odd fanfic of some sort.
Yeah, a fan fiction called Hand Me the Wookiee and Solo. It's about Jabba the Hutt's bisexuality.
No, it's not. It was a Twilight fanfiction originally. I don't know why I know that, but I do apparently.
It's the next video, man.
Man, I'm really digging how my current PC with its 64 gigs of RAM can actually stream and play online at the same time. I'm liking that.
That's sweet, dude. 64 gigabytes?
Yeah, I went kind of crazy in the RAM.
Whoa.
Yeah, like my old PC had 24 gigs, but it was a tri-channel system, so it wasn't as good as you could get from now.
Yeah, so far on my end, it's been really good. So.
Yeah, it seems to be going all right.
I was gonna say though, you need to have that.
I have the box right here actually. So I have people coming this next weekend, and we'll probably check that out. Because my brother has been looking. We're looking to do like a board game night because I need to get my family wants to start doing more stuff together. So I have it right here. It's John. It hasn't left the side of my desk since you sent it to me.
I have a request for board game night. If you do that, please play some Stratego. That's like my favorite.
Oh man, Stratego's great.
That's great. You know what would be cool? Like if you streamed that and you talked about like military rankings, because I always remember like military rankings based on Stratego, even though it's kind of bullshit and outdated.
The sapper, the mine, the grenadier, I haven't played Stratego in a long time.
Was like 8. Yeah. He was the only one that I think could also beat a marshal for some reason.
Yeah, something like that. Stratego was pretty cool because like. I
love
want to say
game.
Stratego like emanated from like Prussia in the 1870s, well, not like more like 1850s.
Damn, man, I didn't know I had that much of a history, but
well, yeah, because
play like Carcassonne and play some like Settlers of Catan, shit like that. Like, and you could talk about history too. Oh, that'd be so fun. But yeah, I'll look into Stratego's history. That's kind of neat. I know they have Stratego Classic. That's the one I had when I was growing up.
Yeah, I played it a lot in like elementary school.
Godzilla wants clarification on your RAM. How many gigabytes?
It's 64 in this current build.
So you need lots of RAM. The server has 72 gigabytes. Oh my lord.
Damn.
He's gonna up it to 288 gigabytes. That's a number you don't really hear with gigabytes too often. 288 gigs. Even 672, I guess. You always hear 64.
There we go.
Oh god, yes.
And Prince Lazy is carrying us right now because I am garbage. Yeah, the rum finally hit me, and now it's getting kind of hard.
Yeah, you're not at that buzz where it's helping out.
No, I'm just beyond it now. And I'm like, uh-oh. So the interesting, like, so the laptop I use in my garage to stream the other stuff is only like 16 gigs. And that's a pretty powerful. Oh my god, I can't say powerful.
Well, you did say before you started, you're like, I think I put a lot of rum.
Yeah, I put way too much rum in the drink I'm drinking right now.
So you're still on your first one, right?
Well, the second one, because you and Happy Console Gamer like went like an hour longer than I thought in your conversation. So I was like, oh, whoops.
You just kind of like, it's good to talk to you guys, you know.
Yeah,
It's
like,
talking
yeah,
to you, not on the stream.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was about to start streaming.
Yeah, right. I was like, ah, well.
But the fact that he was talking about like day drinking, I'm like, oh, you're my hero. I'm like just drinking this patio.
Yeah, he's like legitimately like, as far as I know, you never know. Everyone thought they knew Pro Jared for some reason, and they were so surprised that he was sending dick pics and a dick.
It's like
even though he kind of looks like one with a big
know.
nose. But like John's always been every time I've ever talked to him, he's always been real with me. So.
Oh,
And like,
man, I said
before he
that.
even like really knew me, he was like, "Yeah, I'll come out and meet you at this fucking university in the middle of nowhere, and come out and I'll take you to some places in Vancouver." I was like, "Fuck, yeah, thanks, dude."
This game is ridiculously hard. This game's like not too bad. Yeah, that's kind of cool that he's like gonna take you around Vancouver and pretty much like support you 100%. That's cool.
Yeah, Derek came too, like Super Derek, and it was a good time. And
Yeah, I feel really bad.
fun,
Like Super Derek hasn't made anything in a while.
he's been he has been making things, but maybe it's just not been promoted. Because he did
I
all
really,
these
because I
custom
swear
parts
he.
videos.
Interesting, because I'm subbed to him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything posted in a while.
Yeah, like I thought so too, and then I looked and I was like, oh, he's been doing like videos every couple weeks, or at least every week, maybe. And it's all been Kingdom Hearts shit, so it's like,
oh, yeah, I can see how that'd be problematic.
it's kind of like, yeah, kind of for me.
That fell off the algorithm like what 3 months ago?
Yeah, I was gonna say like if you would have done it all like right before the release, and then when 3 came out, he did his big 3 review or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
great.
Gabber, I'm drinking a rum and coke right now, man. Just a
I
huge
had-
rum and coke. I've been drinking
a
a
real
1
man's
liter Pepsi where I drank like a quarter of the Pepsi, and then I just put a funnel on there and just filled it with rum, and that was a mistake.
You have that little hat on you. You have like one with Coke, and you have one with rum. I got like a little Asahi style free. So low carb beer. Very low carb.
Thankfully, Prince Lazy has saved me a couple of times from the dumb moves I've done.
Binary Bond says that we talk a lot about dick pics. Do
we? This is the first stream we've ever actually talked about that. I'm pretty sure because of Pro Jared.
Yeah, it's usually Hitler.
I just think it's
What about
usually
Hitler dick pics?
yeah.
Eva.
Look at this art I've drawn for you. I call it a male pic.
Work of art. My Luger. Yeah, it's like, what is the name of that giant cannon that the fucking Germans
Oh, the
made?
mammoth gun.
The mammoth gun. He's
Yeah.
mine mammoth gun. Tee hee hee.
Oh, I call this my vengeance weapon number 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, Binary Bond. This particular stream is all about just trending bullshit drama,
Yeah. Yeah, if you admitted it earlier, I actually showed the video where I accidentally got Pro Jared in one of my episodes. I was like, whoops. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over to, I guess we can do StarCraft for a little bit, just for funsies.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just doesn't even know what's going on, because it's not everybody knows. And the less you know, the better about all these stupid drama.
Okay, let me go ahead and turn this
By the way, I
on.
just noticed, I was wondering, I was going to ask you, is that Abe on your fucking car? And it is.
Yeah,
Or
it's his head, yeah.
That's awesome. I kind of want to get the game just for that. I've been playing a little bit of Phantasy Star Online recently, and they have like cow and fucking what are those ugly things from Nights and Dreams, like kind of like little stupid like gimmicky stuff like that. I love it when games do that, where they have like crossovers.
Okay, 1 sec. Sorry, StarCraft is way too loud. I cannot hear you. Sorry.
Okay. Dang.
turn this down. Holy crap.
Yeah, Pol Pot never sent dick pics, so he's not that bad. The worst thing you could do is sending a dick pic. Devil Daggers, is that like that weird first-person shooter game that looks like a PS1 game?
Yeah, that's the one you sent me earlier.
Okay, that's what Colin's asking for. PSO is the best online RPG. Yes, and it's also the best offline online RPG. I could just... There's something addictive about it. I think it's just nostalgia, but I'm going to get the broadband adapter, and I'm going to set up some online matches for Phantasy Star Online.
Oh,
like, do you have that game, Ian? On GameCube?
No, I do not.
Okay. There are easy ways to do it, but...
Yeah, I've been meaning to, I need to go buy a broadband adapter for the Dreamcast and do, like, Phantasy Star stuff on that, because I know some of those servers are still active. Yeah, there's, I think if you have, like, was it a Raspberry Pi? With the GameCube, you can just get the adapter, and it works. There you go. Gaber, good thing. The patreon.com/historicnerd. Check it out. Let me check. I haven't checked in a while. I think last time I checked it was like 18, something like that. Can I? No. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, $18.
Okay. I should have skipped the tutorial because I remember how to kind of do this.
Oh, by the way, are you at 12K now?
Yeah, I broke 12K.
Hell yeah. Okay, sweet. Now you don't have to put that in your streams. Time to put 100K. Historic Nerd, not Pro Jared channel. That'll be the name you change your. You get 100,000 subs for that.
You know, you guys are done with Pro Jared. Why not subscribe to me, right?
Just post a bunch of pictures of like you and your wife and your child having a nice time.
Oh yeah, it was funny. I went to a buddy's wedding tonight, and I legitimately thought it was tomorrow night, and so they did the ceremony. I'm like, oh god, I thought it was tomorrow. So I made it to the ceremony, and of course my wife she's had a horrible cold the last couple of days. So she unfortunately didn't get to the wedding, but yeah. It was funny stuff.
Well, designated driver, at the very least.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hopefully she gets better. Oh god, this is a...
Wait, really? Is there a max to how many Marines I can select at one time? Oh no. That's awful.
Yeah, 316 what up says, can I donate dick pics? There you go. This is gonna be dick pic to stream.
Oh god, no.
I love it. Yeah, if we could sell it, maybe.
How do I build?
Is your name Donald Trump? Can we sell your dick pics for high dollars, or? Is there only 3 online games for GameCube? 7 Beat of Doom, I believe so. If you want to go real technical, there's like 5. But Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2, Phantasy Star Online Episode 3, Card Revolution, which is a piece of shit, and then I think Homeland. I almost wanted to say Homestuck. Oh god, I think it's called Homeland. I think those are the only 3 online games for GameCube. I don't think Homeland came out in the States either.
Well, I thought because they released a broadband adapter, I thought you could play Smash Bros. Online. I thought as well.
No,
am I wrong?
Unfortunately. Not for the GameCube.
No, I think you could.
As far as I know, yeah. I think the first time Smash was online was on Wii U, right? Or was it on Wii?
Honestly, I don't know. I thought they had done it so you could.
No, somebody might have done like a modification where you could do it. I'm sure. Yeah, 7 Beat of Doom is saying that Brawl had online play. So.
Okay.
I just, I never played a game online on the Wii.
Man, the sound effects in this game still hold up really well. I remember the first time I got like a PC Gamer demo disc and I was watching like a video. It was a trailer from like this game where like all these Marines were fighting aliens inside a space station. It looks so freaking good back in the day. Even though like now looking at that video, it's like, oh god, those graphics were awful. But Blizzard, man, but Blizzard back then, you're like, man, you cannot get more realistic than this.
Oh, there's been many times where it's like, this is as good as it gets, fellas.
Jeremy's like, I solved my corkscrew problem. Just bought wine with a twist off top. Yeah, That's the way to do it, man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
a lot of
10
those
years.
wines that are cheap and they have the twist off top, to me, they taste
Yeah.
just as good as an
But
expensive
you know,
wine.
just remember when you buy a wine that actually has a cork, actually has like legitimate cork in it, you're actually supporting an entire ecosystem that supports about 127 different species of bird, because a lot of that cork actually comes from Portugal, believe it or not.
Oh,
Yeah, fun fact.
from the motherland.
Yeah, from Stika's
good.
homeland, which apparently had a gigantic yacht that crash landed on a beach and spread cocaine everywhere. Yeah, I saw that article. I was like, what? So apparently a yacht...
Stika, what are you doing?
Yes, no wonder Stika was able to freaking make that Padrium freaking hour-and-a-half long video.
Yeah, I was thinking. I know you posted something about it, but you know, like, you know, money comes a long way to get all those interviews. Just imagine if you had that kind of drug money that Stika has, you could have gotten all those Phillips people to talk to you.
Oh, but yeah, if I had just like,
Oh,
if I showed up at the Phillips offices with just bags of cocaine, I'm sure I would have had interviews at the wazoo.
Yeah, bags of coke. That'll do it. It's like, how did you know that our CEO loves cocaine?
How did you know?
I don't know. It's a gift.
The refinery processes raw Vespine
Stika,
gas
you wealthy
converted
drug lord.
into
Yeah, everybody go over to
SCAs
Stika's YouTube channel, ST1KA. Just give him a sub. Go to his videos and just tell
Yeah,
him,
if you like retro stuff and you haven't checked out Stika's channel, that's unfortunate.
It is. And you know, now you know you like good retro gaming content. And if you want cocaine, well, aside from the other day when his yacht crashed or whatever,
Yeah, all his cocaine crash landed on the.
would have been a great source to get the master coke.
Man, this game still looks really good.
I think, yeah, it looks actually.
Yeah, holy crap.
It's funny though, like the animations look great, but like the marine characters, they look a lot less detailed than I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I find
they looked photorealistic back in the day.
I remember like the first time I played like GoldenEye on the N64. I'm like, man, these graphics are amazing, and then coming back, I'm like, oh god, they're awful.
Right? It's like I can't even fap to Famke Janssen in this game.
I'm like, man, she was so hot back in the day. What happened?
I know. And now she got like big giant man fists and kind of like gorilla style. Oh, I was playing on DK mode. Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah, Stika is quality. Stika's got great shit.
Oh yeah.
He's at 5K ish now.
I think so.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a big eyes though.
Yeah, if
you know how it is.
yeah, I think if anybody deserves subs, it's him and Genovi for sure. It's the fact that like they just constantly output quality stuff.
I know. It's just a matter of really getting like a really big
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
video for a lot of people these days.
It's all dependent on how YouTube feels about you in terms of like that whatever the math algorithm is.
Yeah. Like I know you had like, you know, what was it, the SVP chip?
Yeah, I had the SVP one, and then my Sega 64
Yeah.
video, and then
Sega
my
64,
and then
yeah.
my Red Dawn video has just drawn in just hundreds of
that's like
thousands of like
yeah.
that one. I don't know why that one.
Constantly. It's just interesting, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good. And it's
Well,
something that I think like the casual YouTube viewer would like to see. You know, if they
Well,
have any sort of familiarity with any
Oh,
of
yeah.
those movies.
You know, it's funny, like, so the Red Dawn video, like, I've actually had it posted on, like, Rally Point, some other military websites. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Alright. Sheesh. You get the funniest conversations on those threads, though.
Oh, yeah.
And Colin, yeah, for me and my subs, I've never had like a big viral hit, so it's always been a very slow growth, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I never had like a weird like overnight. Now I have like tripled my subs or
Yeah,
doubled my subs.
because I remember, yeah, like, the crazy thing, like, when I uploaded the 64 video, that one just, it exploded. Like, the views were just off the chart the second it hit YouTube for some reason. Like, it made no sense. Like, I uploaded it, and then Sunday morning, I was, like, at drill, and I was like, alright, let's make it public, and then it just exploded. Like, I couldn't even, like, the algorithm was just... There was too many views coming in too fast, so I couldn't actually, like, have accurate metrics on it. It was just nuts.
That's great. Yeah, let's let's hope that it gets you to another one like that. Like, is there some sort of like topic that you think would help? kind of gets you more exposure?
I don't know, because the funny thing was I started doing like
Aside from Point Break.
I did a aside from Point Break. Point Break's the one that puts me over the top. It's gonna be the point where I break.
Keanu Reeves is gonna fucking tweet this out. Whoa,
I don't know,
be
man.
his
Like
quote.
the 7-page script where I sit there and just kind of ramble about how odd the remake is. I don't know how well it's gonna do. Do an expand video.
Yeah, just do an expand video.
That would help.
Say that Russia has the most keyword MLP searches on Pornhub compared to the rest of the world. Like My Little Pony.
I believe it.
Oh,
They have
Thank
like a
God no collusion.
well,
was
they
found.
apparently have like what, a cult of Gidget, the one chick from Rescue Rangers.
That gadget. Yeah, I saw somebody mentioned that
Yeah.
on the stream. Or you did. Maybe you told about
Yeah.
it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see, the Point Break remake equals Red Dawn remake. Yeah, holy crap. The Point Break remake is just a whole extra level of how did this get made and who was making it? Had they ever like watched a movie before?
I have no idea. I have like it's like the other videos you've done. Like I know a little bit about the videos, like the remakes and like like Ghostbusters, Red Dawn, and RoboCop, all those ones, right? Planet of the Apes. I
Yeah.
have no idea about this Point Break remake. I've never heard of it. I've never seen nobody talks about it. So this is gonna be a treat for me.
Oh
Coming
man,
from
it's
the
gonna be.
historic nerd treatment,
I spend like, I think it's probably gonna be like 10+ minutes of me just talking about the intros of the movie and how weird the remake is. It's gonna be really odd. I don't know, I feel like this one's like far less structured than my other movie reviews, just because how nonsensical the remake is.
So I gotta. Don't give me no spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not. It's
it's
something special.
Oh dear. I was gonna say, let's see. Colin Swinburne saying, do a video on Wars of the Realm 2. You already have one?
I actually have, actually. And I
think it's a
got
joke,
I had a guy like literally like start like insulting me and argue with me. He's like, "Yeah, if Final Fantasy VII came out around the same time. How dare you say that?" I'm like, I was making jokes.
Did it come out around the same time? No way. I was playing Lords of the Realms 2 way
Like
before that.
1997, 1996.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was that late. But like, man, Lords of the Realm 2 is freaking timeless.
Ready, my lord. That's all I remember from that, especially. Macemen all the way. Fuck them Saxon knights. I ain't paying for their fucking mercenary asses unless I just
Okay,
throw them.
what do I need to do in the tutorial? I don't remember. I wasn't listening.
Quickly, somebody.
Yeah. Anybody remember how to beat this part? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, weird furry cults in Russia, though. I guess it's not that surprising. They drink a lot of vodka.
They
According to,
do drink a lot.
I think, like, what was it? Dr. Strangelove. That's all they drink.
Remember, so I was reading a fun little book I forgot I had in my home library. It's like the fall of the Soviet Union. It was talking about how they were actually paying teachers in vodka because the currency inflation was so bad that the teachers, like, the money wasn't worth anything. So they would just literally pay them in vodka bottles, so that way the teachers were guaranteed to be able to pay for things.
That's insane.
I'm like, holy crap, I didn't know that was a thing that happened. Let's see, enter and type, there is...
You know, it'd be a pretty cool thing for your channel. It's like if you did like the historic nerd, and it's like historic nerd gaming or whatever.
Cheat enabled. Okay, we did that. There we go. Victory! Woo!
Oh my god, unsubbed.
Let's see, you ever play an 8-bit DOS game called Castles? No, I played an 8-bit game called Scorched Earth back in the day on DOS.
Adjutant online. Good evening, Magistrate. I'll fill you in on what's
This menu
going on.
screen is very nostalgic.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff. I love the 4:3 ratio it's locked at.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be
keep it.
I'll be right back.
You're gonna.
Use the
Getting a
restroom.
drink?
Oh yeah, I'll actually use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Alrighty, sounds good.
An encrypted Confederate transmission came to you while you were at dinner. Replaying
Well, hello,
transmission.
chat. Hello, folks. I guess I'm here to here to kill the dead air. I'm sure you guys are enjoying this StarCraft here, though. But yeah, all cheats memorized for this game. I used to have all the cheats memorized for Doom, but I've not played that in a long time. Neither have I played StarCraft. It's probably been about like 20 years. Yeah, the technology it's pretty cool. It's pretty perfect. Speaking of StarCraft, did StarCraft Ghost ever come out? Because I feel like maybe I'm in some sort of weird Berenstein universe where like it did get released on the GameCube. Well, actually got canceled on the GameCube, but it got released on something else, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure it didn't get released though. Not in this dimension. Ghost didn't. Okay, good. Castles is halfway between Rampart and Lords of the Realm. All right, that's pretty cool. I know of the castle, known as Castle Quest, mostly or Castle Excellent in Japan. I kind of like that game. Kind of sucks though. You see, it looks like I have got a message here where I can goof around for another hour. Sweet. My like as Ian would say, my person that I hired to come over here and put my head on her lap while I play Game Boy Advance is running late, so that's good. Japanese Rampart, that's a good game. I wish you could read the story. Is it really that important to read the story, though? I used to have a friend who would invite me over to his house, and that was the first time I played, like, LAN PC gaming. And he had Counter-Strike and everything. And I think he just invited me over to, like, fucking kill me in games to make him feel better about himself. But I do remember he tried to get me into Game of Thrones, and I did watch Conan the Barbarian for the first time going to his house, because he used to go all the time. I honestly thought he was gonna kill me, because it was weird that he was inviting me over. But I guess people who were really into games were very, like, people who actually liked video games back in like the late '90s, early 2000s. There weren't that many compared to now, right? Hi, I'm Gorilla Jones. I'm kind of a big deal. Ah! My geisha is running late. Not really. Hey, Ian, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was listening to like, huh.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, we're just talking about like land shit.
Oh, man, I remember like when Homeworld came out, one of the coolest LAN parties I ever went to when you were playing that. I'm like, man, that's awesome.
I always wanted to do like one of those like Xbox Halo LAN parties. Because I remember like all the old magazines had like pictures of them having so much fun with Halo, and I was like, oh.
I remember doing a Halo 2 LAN party where we had like, I don't know how many people we had, but we had like 3 teams, like full of people. It was nuts. I remember like we did like a statistics thing we were looking at it. I think I'd fired, like apparently like during the match, I had fired like 13,000 rounds or something like that with a hit ratio of like 75%. I was like, holy crap.
It's funny, when I was in college, you know, Halo was starting to pick up. Halo 2 came around at the time I was a second year in college, but my first year in college, there was a Halo tournament, and, you know, they were advertising it and all these little papers everywhere. Here's the date it's going to be on, right? And here's the time. And that's all it said. And so I showed up to this Halo tournament ready to kick everybody's ass, because I'd never lost in Halo. Halo 2, I got my ass kicked. But I went there and they were like, you were supposed to sign up like 3 hours ago, so you can't join our tournament. And it was in the cafeteria at the fucking college. Oh no. It was this little low rent fucking like amateur hour bullshit. And they were like, I can't join this tournament because I didn't sign up 3 hours ago. That was our sign up time. Oh no. Like, that's not on the poster. And it's like, well, you know, we put the poster out there for people who want to watch. Oh. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is like kind of when, like, you know, we were talking with John earlier about gatekeeping. There's a little bit of that.
Oh man, that's a bummer. Halo. Let's see here. Remember a free online game Adventure Quest? No, I don't recall that one. But then Xbox Halo games were crazy fun. We had designated people to watch for screen watching.
That's right. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, yeah, Gorilla, didn't you work for like a game magazine? You said before in the past, so I'm sure you had all that cool fun. Yeah. All the cool stuff. Probably 8-player Saturn Bomberman. Yeah. 10-player Guardian Heroes.
That'd be fun.
16. Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, that was kind of just like the dream, right? Like having enough, like before online was a big thing. It just like I wish I could have enough people to have this really big gaming party. And I think with the Xbox, that era, the Halo, it kind of made it into a more normal thing, right? For better or worse. I think for better.
Yeah, I think right around that generation of gaming, like video game consoles became a like cultural mainstream.
Pretty much. Like the first time I remember seeing like a video game soundtrack being sold at Best Buy was Halo, and I bought it.
Man, holy crap! Sorry, like buildings of this game takes way longer than StarCraft 2. But keep going, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, like in America, like, you could buy the Halo soundtrack when it came out, which there were a few, of course, and of course Nintendo Power had all those weird like, you know, like send us some UPCs or whatever, and you can get like you know, the soundtrack for Donkey Kong or whatever. And of course in Japan, soundtracks have been around since the 80s. But like when living in Hawaii, Tower Records used to sell import soundtracks, and but yeah, for the first big American, like, here's the soundtrack to Halo, which there's a little bit of rock, there's a little bit of guitar riffs in it, but it's a lot of Gregorian chants. But people were like, dudes who like never played video games were playing that shit in their like muscle cars. It was the weirdest thing.
God, I remember.
Just.
I remember me and my best friend back in the day. We would go and we'd just drop money. We both had like $100 spare, so we could like rent an Xbox.
Damn.
And we'd saved up $100 to have that like available as like capital to rent the Xbox.
How much was the Xbox 300 when it dropped?
I don't remember what its retail price was. I want to say it was like $399 or something, or.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Oh god, that Zergling just killed my Marines.
Damn.
Oh no. Yeah, I find the Halo or StarCraft 1 is way slower paced than the other one.
Anytime you're ready. Orders, Captain? Roger that. Go ahead, Commander.
1 second.
Not do your thing, man. We're back in the day when a friend and I were trying to dial each other for a Doom deathmatch. Oh, man. I remember back in the day when, like, my brother and I were trying to download Quake. Like, when that demo dropped. And, like, we were, like, sitting there, we were just, like, praying all day that nobody would have to use the phone and knock us offline while we were trying to download it.
Yeah, those were the days, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I remember playing. I think the first time I played online with somebody else was I played Doom with my soccer coach, my military guy, my dad's friend, right?
Oh.
My dad was coaching, and so we got two people in the you know, from the Navy to help coach with him, and they were playing Doom, and I fucking love Doom so much, and he was like, yeah, go play with Coach, what the fuck was his name? I can't remember. It's Coach Battle and Coach Charlie or something like that, right? But yeah, it was so fun. I remember being stupid, being a dumb kid. You could type at each other, right? Like, I remember he let me. I had to borrow his like ball. I was like, I guess you'll be borrowing my ball this time, huh? Saving his ass in Doom.
Oh, using was it like a trackball or what?
No, it was like the soccer ball.
Oh.
It's like a real life shit, and be like, hey, I guess you're borrowing my ball now, huh? I was like 8 years old or something. So stupid.
That's funny.
But I just remember, Coach Doom. That would have been a great.
Oh, God, that's great.
That was such a time though. Yeah, you dial.
So I'm trying to remember the first multiplayer game I ever played. Because I know, like a buddy and myself, we had done. God, what was it? I'm trying to remember the first LAN game I ever went to. Like, I remember, like, I dragged my computer over to a buddy's house, and we, it was like an entire, God, it was like tons of playing. I remember playing, like, Age of Empires online, and then, well, Age of Empires, like, LAN, and then It might have been actually the first LAN game I ever played. Might have been Lords of Realm 2, actually.
Dude, that is an excellent one to.
I'm trying to access memory in my brain, and I'm just like, huh. Yeah.
You need more rum and coke.
I do, yeah. Apparently, I'm sobering up too much.
It's like the ayahuasca.
Yeah, I remember like
brain.
Like the first big LAN party I ever went to. Like there was like 32 computers at this place. It was like a local computer shop, and they were doing it. And then it was like we played a crap ton of Quake 3, and then went into playing freaking like Homeworld, which was crazy to play. Like I don't know. I feel like Homeworld 1 is still a huge, massive world for like multiplayer stuff.
It could be.
Played Left 4 Dead. Oh man.
Yeah.
But I remember like
Gorilla Jones was saying about Myth the Fallen Lords or some shit. Does that ring a bell to you?
Ooh, there was a game like Myth. Was that like the Myth, like the RTS game? The one where like if you uninstalled it wrong, it would like murder your computer? Is that what we're talking about?
Could be it, because I think you were saying like this game, like StarCraft. So.
That might be it. Yeah, because there was like a Myth. Oh my God, Interstate 76. I forgot about the one. It came with the. Because my mom had bought that the Microsoft Force Feedback joystick controller.
Oh.
And holy crap! Oh yeah, it was a Bungie game. It was the one. Yeah, if you uninstalled it and you didn't have like the right patch, it would like delete your System32 folder or some shit. It was real. it was real bad.
Oh, that's the best.
And it was like a really cool game because it had like a 3D map with like 2D sprite characters or something like that. It was a cool looking game back in the day. But like if you uninstalled it wrong, it would just murder your computer. It was pretty interesting.
Was that their big game before Halo?
No, their big game before Halo was actually a game called Marathon, which was actually a Mac exclusive.
Marathon.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's funny how like these games have all these very like normal sounding, oh yeah, Myth and Marathon and all that. It's like nowadays it'd have to be something like completely. I guess there's games like Destiny and shit coming out. It's like,
I guess the funny thing with like Marathon, the reason why I remember we lived on this hill in California, and then our neighbors immediately down from us, they were like a Mac family. And so they constantly were like, oh, check out these games, you just got a Mac. I'm like, oh yeah, we had those on PC like 4 years ago. But then like the one game they had that we didn't have on PC was the freaking Marathon, where it was like, check out this game where you have double-barreled double shotguns. And you're like, oh my god.
Oh lord.
It was cool.
Gorilla Jones brought a Packard Bell PC and everybody had customs. Like loser. Jedi 2 at LAN parties, my lord.
Oh yeah.
Console wants that Japanese Dreamcast game with the Melissa virus on the disc. I think that's Atelier Marie and Annie.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's one of Gust's old RPG series, and I think if you put it in your PC, you'd get a virus. Oh no. I don't know what the fuck it was, but like there's like content you can access on the disc itself, but you can also somebody snuck in a virus. I think
that's
not
funny.
Developers. But I don't know the full story. It's just an old story.
Not enough minerals.
Sounds like Switch owners. Good night, Kevin. Take it easy.
Oh, sure, Kevin. Thanks for dropping by, man.
I think I'll stick around for another half hour.
Okay. All right.
It's all right with you?
Absolutely.
Be up still? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going for probably gonna go till about 2 a.m. I think. Oh, so yeah, Gorilla Jones. It's Jimmy, man. Come on, you know who this is. Come on, man. You constantly get ride me. You're like, why isn't Jimmy here?
Yeah, Gorilla Jones was it last week when Yahel had his little victory stream?
Oh man,
putting out a video?
I'm so happy for Yahel and the fact that video's doing so well.
Man.
Like I was really worried that like when he was posting it that like his channel like analytically it would just murder him. Like it'd be like nope, 10 views.
Nah, I knew he was gonna have like good views. I knew people were gonna share it around too, so good for him.
God, he makes good stuff.
Genuinely happy about that. Mm-hmm. And I even let him know. I broke kayfabe. So I didn't break kayfabe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not my usual snarky self. I don't know, I'm not in a very snarky mood.
Oh yeah,
I don't have to be snarky. The world's already got pro Jared dick pics.
Yeah, I mean the world's complete, man. We can die happy now.
All right. I can be my normal self. I think I'm gonna grab one more beer, and I'll be right back.
You gotta run to the gas station or you go in the fridge?
The Kono liquor store.
Oh, yeah, do your thing, man.
there.
I'll try and entertain the chat while you're gone.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Let's see here, you're right. He seems more like a John than a Jimmy tonight. He's not his snarky self. Oh, what's up? Oh, Smitty talking about the Pro Jared stuff? Yeah, the funny thing, I never actually really had much interaction with Pro Jared, aside from, like, when he was on Screw Attack, and then he went on and did his own thing, and then when I accidentally captured him in one of my episodes, where I was like, oh, whoops. Because I did this whole, like, joke interview thing at Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and I accidentally recorded him in the background, and I was like, oh, that is Pro Jared, isn't it? Thought that was kind of funny.
Commander. Go, go, go. You want a piece of me, boy?
Is it that time of the year where... it's about that time of year when a YouTuber will randomly get in trouble for posting things or saying something they shouldn't have said, and then it kind of ruins their career, you know?
You want a piece of me, boy? Outstanding. Rock and roll. Outstanding. Go, go, go. Piece of me, boy. Rock and roll.
Oh, I forgot you actually have to, like, maximize your firing angles in this game.
Not enough minerals.
Standing by.
Hey, Janobi, what's up, man? Are you free? You want to join the chat at all, man? See, YouTubers must stay humble when they become YouTuber megastars. One dick pic. Man, I got, like, unfortunately, because of my my actual career that I've invested a lot of my life into, like, if I was to do something like that, pretty much, like, it'd be really hard for me to recover professionally from something like that. That's the opposite of being successful, for sure, is the opposite of me. Let me grab Janobi here really quick. Let's see if we can get him in here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
In like Flynn. Alright, let me go to my chat here. One sec, I'm having apparently forgetting how to use Skype is a thing I do.
You want a piece of me,
Additional
boy?
supply depots required.
Alright, Janobi, got an invite coming to you, man. Drink more and faster.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Janobi, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I am great. I accidentally drank way more rum and coke than I should have. But something way better than I deserve.
It sounds like an all right afternoon.
You know, definitely.
Anytime you're ready. Right on.
Oh man, Binary Bond says he's not familiar with Pro Jared. He was the
Really?
mascot for Subway. Yes,
Yeah,
that's correct.
That sounds about right.
He was the second Jared mascot for Subway.
The second.
Yeah, there was two. You just didn't hear about the one.
That looks just a random,
What the hell is that? Looks like the ground there is alive.
I'm trying to think of a random requirement from Subway. Like, oh, we need a variety of dick pics from you to verify that we can keep you under control on the internet.
Go, go, go.
Man, I find it so crazy, this whole entire deal. I never even watched this guy's channel. I don't know anything about him. And
Really?
he's like the goofiest looking dude.
I
think it's just like...
really, Pro Jared's
what's
been
up?
around forever. Like, I just kind of stopped watching Pro Jared just because his content never really... It didn't really go anywhere.
He's like with a whole host of people that have huge channels that I don't watch any of those people. I don't know who half of those people are, and the few that I have watched, it's just not my thing, you know.
Fair enough.
You know, the only person that was kind of associated with those guys, at least I think that's the case, because people are saying that it's, you know, it's kind of retribution in a way. But JonTron, I like JonTron. But I guess that when he had his whole debacle, all those guys that are all pro Jared fans dogpiled on him.
Additional supply depots required.
So yeah, like
So one of the interesting things is that Reddit, you know, the moderator kicked Pro Jared out of the moderation team, and now it's essentially a JonTron Reddit, the Pro Jared Reddit.
That's funny, considering like the JonTron Reddit actually became Scott the Woz Reddit. Thought that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. Well, how's everyone doing in chat?
Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty good.
I know a few people here, a few people I don't.
Yeah, I was playing Rocket League earlier, so I found that really hard to follow the chat and play games at the same time. JonTron is bad. I don't know, I think I found JonTron's last video he did. What was it? It was like... I don't know, I didn't find it very funny, but that's just me.
Yeah, it wasn't really my style, so I didn't watch it. I pick and choose his stuff. But, you know, I think he's really talented, so, I mean, all politics aside, I enjoy what he does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not universally what he does, but, you know, a good 6 times out of 10.
It's 6 out of 10. JonTron's a funny guy. Yeah. I don't know, you watched the last AVGN movie? Or, no, sorry. Last AVGN episode?
The one where you did all the shoutouts?
Well, the Pepsi Man?
Oh, no.
I thought the Pepsi Man one was kind of like, eh. So yeah, Gorilla Jones, it's a question for you. How long does it take you to produce a video?
Well, it depends on the video. It could take anywhere from many, many, many months, just down to a couple weeks. But I would say at any given time, I'm working on 2 to 3 videos at one time. I'm currently working on a video right now, though, and I put everything else on hold. And this has been in production for, well, I started it about a year ago, and now the last 6 or 7 weeks, I've strictly been working on it. And it's still probably 2 or 3 or 4 weeks out. Essentially, I took all of my ad revenue that I made off my channel, and I hired pixel artists to actually work in the video game industry to create some assets for this video. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, that's cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. It is expensive, but it's worth it. This is
I'm always like my videos, I'm like, how can I do this for free?
Well, I mean, that's a lot of my stuff, right? It's just all me doing it.
Yeah.
But this is on the 32X and Saturn. I've kind of told you a little bit about it, but I'm trying to keep it a mystery.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm really gonna try changing the way that you see history regarding these 2 consoles.
So I already believe the 32X was the true successor to the Genesis. So I'm not sure you're gonna change my opinion, other than you're gonna try and like throw some like Saturn propaganda my way.
You people are insane. Hello, Genovi. How you doing, sir? This is Genovi, right?
It is. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, Gorilla, I would say wrestling with gaming probably has... I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but I think he probably has the highest budget for his videos out of everybody here.
I imagine. Well, maybe. Honestly, I think you would be because of your situation, but I know you got other stuff you gotta... Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, we all know Stika does because but he used to until his drug yacht.
Well, until his drug yacht. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not talking about studio equipment, which Yahel actually has most of the same stuff I do as far as studio equipment goes, but you know, I'm not sure if he actually contracts people to make assets for his videos, or if people actually donate their time to the
I think he's done a little bit of both, but you know, I can't be sure. Yeah, as far as like the lowest budget, it's probably me. I'm using my same fucking laptop and software from 2013. All the same shit. The only thing I've got that's like legit like, oh, that's professional. I have Photoshop, and I pay for that like a dummy. So,
Man, that's the only program I paid for. And everybody else, it's just you and me, Jimmy. We're the only ones that have paid for video editing programs. Everyone else is renting their software.
oh,
Because
with the,
it's cheaper than buying it.
I guess.
Oh,
so.
no.
Well, let's think of this for a sec. So buying a copy of Premiere Pro is like what, $1,200? To rent it for a month, to rent it for a month is $25.
But I bought
You would have
which was
okay,
$50.
so you would have to rent the software for like 5 years before you even remotely equal the amount of money it would cost to buy it outright. And even then, like renting it, you get access to all of the upgrades and all that. It just, to me, it makes so much more sense.
I was gonna say real quick, I guess some people were talking about the Pepsi Man video, but Dixon's also saying you need a bigger Patreon contribution. No, sir. I'm very happy. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Yeah.
And let's put in a Historic Nerd Patreon link in the chat again.
So I will say the
says morning. Good
the
morning, sir.
it's going. How's it going, Sid Dungman? Yeah, the AVGN video, I thought it was funny that the guy from the actual Pepsi Man game was like the best actor in the entire video.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
should
I've
I
not
watch
watched
the
it.
Pepsi Man video or no?
Yeah, the AVGN one I guess put out.
Yeah, I'll take a look, I guess. Yeah, I saw that it popped up like a billion times on YouTube, but I haven't
I'll
watched
tell you this. In '99, I went to Mexico, and I took my PlayStation with me. My brother was living there, and there's somebody that did the modifications for him down there. So I had mod chip put in so I can play burn games. And when I was there, I bought a stack of 100 PlayStation games.
Oh,
And one of the games I bought was Pepsi Man.
It's a Pepsi Man,
So,
yeah.
Yep. So I mean, I was this kid living in America, and I had Pepsi Man. Nobody freaking heard of this game.
Yeah, back then, yeah, it would have been like a hidden gem.
I
kinda-
Gym, dude.
Yeah, I think that Pepsi Man sucks. That's why I don't get like, I did a video on Oh No, which is another similar game running. Even in that video that I did like in 2014, I'm like, yeah, it's better. This is better than Pepsi Man. And everybody who's played Oh No, they're like, yeah, this game's way better than Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man just has that weird, like, it's Pepsi, right? It's Pepsi Man. It's got some weird American guy in it. It's kind of, it looks neat. I like PlayStation graphics and it looks fine, but it's a cheap budget game that is real popular with the kids.
Well, Gorilla Jones says that he uses Blackmagic DaVinci for editing, and it's really good, and it's
And
free.
it's free.
And you know what, Gorilla? I have a friend. I think a lot of the guys here know who he is. He works in virtual reality, and that's the program he uses. So,
Alex.
that's the person.
There you
So,
go. Comes
yeah.
in.
It's been highly touted by people that actually work professionally in the video editing industry.
Oh, cool. I'll look into it. I still, what ups? It says he uses Sony Vegas. I don't even have Sony. I use a Sony Movie Studio 12.
Yeah, so I will say,
And
like,
it's
Jimmy
it's really
has
funny.
been.
What up?
Yeah, see,
You have
Jimmy.
to be from the UK.
Yeah, Jimmy has taken
Yes.
that program and used it to its absolute limit. Anthony Chip, how's it going, man?
Hello. I don't have to mod Dexon's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. I think it's a very solid editing program. It's just
Hey,
Vegas
Sarge.
light.
Why we always gotta listen to this
But yeah,
shit
I think
for
you were
anyway?
saying, Genovi, that this is in the UK.
God, this game is loud. I'm sorry. Probably nobody can hear you right now. Sorry.
Seem like no good kind of
I don't know
reason.
what's up with
Hey,
this,
what's
but
that?
I'm assuming
I
it's
don't
just
remember
some
that.
voice. You have to- I don't think anybody knows, but
I know.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
DJ Slope uses it.
Sorry,
And,
everybody.
The game is
If
way
we
too
play
loud.
that-
I'm sorry, guys.
Looks like you mashed some
Okay, let me-
poor fella's dog, Sarge. It's a Zerglin, Lester. Smaller
Mashing
type
poor
of
Phil's
Zerg.
dogs. This is all I
It
heard
even
from the
be out
thing.
this far unless...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And the game is too loud.
Sarge.
So maybe Ian, I don't know. That's what Dixon's saying. And me and Genovi are kind of low. I don't know. We I guess tried to get the levels right, but maybe it changed. or
Yeah,
something.
well, actually, I find Since you guys are all coming in through desktop audio, and the game volume has stayed the same, and the video, it seems like cinematics in this ones are unfortunately a bit higher than I was expecting. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch to a different game now, just because we've been playing this for what, an hour.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You played Rocket League for longer than I thought. You played this for longer than you thought.
Well, I kept winning at Rocket League, so I'm like, let's just keep playing that.
It's like, I better keep on, yeah.
Go ahead and keep playing that. Let me go ahead and who wants to see Overwatch?
And I haven't played Overwatch in a long time.
Yeah,
I've never played Overwatch. The only time I've really seen Overwatch is on your streams, Ian. So.
Oh yeah, let's play Overwatch. I haven't touched Overwatch in a long ass time.
And
Probably you're gonna get freaking wiped.
I'm gonna get resurrect. Let's go ahead and do that. Cheers!
I will say that Overwatch pornography is one of the most popular, I guess, genres. What would you say? There's a lot of Overwatch porn apparently.
Yeah,
a friend of mine told me. You know, so just in case you're out there and you're into it.
Let's see,
I kind of hate Overwatch because you get used to playing with a character, and then something comes up, and maybe you don't play for a month or two, and you go back, and the character's completely different. It's not even the same. So it's like you have to completely relearn the character and how they can control and what their new moves are. And I don't know. For me, it's like, could you imagine if Street Fighter 2 did that? So you come back and you can't do a Haruken or anything like that with Ken. It's
Oh, that would be funny.
I just find they nerfed Hanzo the last time I played him, so I was kind of pissed about that. So let's see how this goes. Sorry, guys.
Said Vito Doom likes May. May is best girl. She's the thick Chinese one. You would like her, wouldn't you?
Shift is no longer my scatter shot. It's like a heartbeat sensor? Yeah, oh, that's lame.
Let's see, Sivdong's talking about delivery health. Is that some sort of weird, like, prostitute thing? Sir, I will have you know that I do not pay for sexual relations.
I never played Overwatch.
Just so you can jump down.
Play for Game Boy Advance playing time on the girl's lap.
God, there's a voice chat. I was like, who the hell is talking to me right now?
Oh, my lord.
Oh.
Yeah, Apple Chip, the best way to explain Overwatch is Team Fortress 2. I mean, it's just...
pretty much, yeah.
I was gonna mention Team Fortress 2. You ever... One of my favorite YouTubers is this guy named Crowbecat. Crowbecat, yeah, Pro Jared. Well, obviously, I never heard of him until this scandal. I subscribed to him. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I approve of what he's doing. His name's Crowbecat. He does a lot of like comparisons of like, and there's one where it was like the original Team Fortress and all the graphics and all the effects and all the things you could do versus like modern Team Fortress after they added all the patches. Man, it looks terrible.
God, they ruined Hanzo. Ugh.
Oh boy.
All right, Jimmy. So here's what I want to talk to you about. Since we're going to be on stream tomorrow, I'm wondering, can you pull together one of those tier lists that everyone's doing, and we'll just have all the consoles on the side, and we'll have a healthy debate and rank all the consoles.
What are they doing? What are the kids doing these days?
You haven't seen these tier lists where the people are ranking? No. They rank scumbags, or they're ranking restaurants. You haven't seen none of this?
I've seen Zoo Tier, which is like, this animal would be great in a role-playing game. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
No.
I don't know. I honestly, I swear, I'm. Here's the thing about me is like, as far as like, I just for gaming stuff, I only watch like you guys.
This is not gaming. This is
okay.
not gaming stuff.
This is like normal like real life tier lists. Okay.
This is like real life tier lists. But here, hold on a sec. I'm gonna DM
yo girl on a Friday night tier list.
Man, they I'm gonna complain here for a second. I can say like, man, they ruined Hanzo. Holy crap.
What did they change about?
So he used to have a scatter shot, and then he had the detection shot. But so they changed the scatter shot into a automatic, just you can fire more arrows thing. So it just sucks. Just the worst.
Well, you did get a. Gorilla Jones did say this was junk. He had some thoughts on what they do with old Overwatch.
Yeah.
Jerry Richardson said he doesn't like playing video games, but he'll watch us play them for hours. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens when you do YouTube as well. Like, I think this is just Ian's excuse to play video games.
Pretty much.
I don't play video games anymore, so I better stream so I can have a chance to actually play video games.
Oh, God.
Barefoot Wine got you pretty buzzed. Dude, Barefoot Wine is good. So is like Yellowtail.
Stuff, yeah.
All those $7 is like the golden. You will not be disappointed with a $7 bottle of wine. Anything under $3, don't do it. You're gonna be fucked up for days.
Actually, one of my favorite wines is actually only $4.
What is that, sir?
It's Tisdale, depending on where you find it. It's only $4 a bottle.
Tisdale, yes. Okay, that's
Good
probably
stuff.
the best of the cheap wines. Those are the cheapest wines in Hawaii at Walmart. Usually, they had them right at the register, kind of next to the dump. Isn't that kind of fucked up?
Hmm.
They know their demographic.
So I sent you a link to a tier list video.
Okay, let me take a look.
Oh, God, I got wrecked.
You're gonna want to check this out.
Oh my lord. H3. Oh no! I'm not watching H3 thing in probably over a year. Okay.
Let's see if this
Sorry.
works. Let's fire that.
Sorry if I scream. Oh, H3 still friends with iDubbbz? Thought he would have thrown him under the bus.
You're not an H3 fan?
Maybe like 3 years ago. I don't know. Hold on. I think it's it's time for me to get out of here. But I'll watch this, and Genovi, I'll talk to you later. Ian, if you can come on the stream later.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, I'll try. So you're gonna be out way early tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll delay it by an hour or something like that. So, anyways, take it easy, guys.
Have fun,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Hey, bye bye.
Yeah, you know, I always kind of enjoyed Overwatch, but I think what kind of happens with a game like this is that if you don't, you know, it's been out for a lot of years now, or it seems like it's been out for a lot of years. I mean, to the point to where the only people really playing it are the people that are playing every single day.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're not on there playing every single day, it's gotten to a point to where you can't really get on there and have fun because you're so far below everybody who's logging on a daily basis and sticking with the game.
Hmm. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I find, like, I guess Overwatch, there was a change they decided, like they did to a lot of the characters this last, probably like a year and a half ago, where I'm like, I don't really like what they did.
Yeah, that's when I stopped playing. I was diehard, man. I played every single season through like the first 8 or 9 seasons.
Yeah, I have a buddy, Gokata Retro Reviews, like, he played this game religiously, like, to the point, like, he pretty much stopped making video content.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Gorilla says that he hates these fruity FPS games. You know, I mean, it's like I said, it's essentially Team Fortress. So if you like Team Fortress, you're gonna love this game. If you don't like Team Fortress, then I mean, I'm not gonna change your mind here. You know. But it's definitely a game that you can pick it up, play for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, and feel like you've either accomplished something or that your life really isn't worth living.
Oh yeah.
You know? You're talking about not having a whole ton of time when you're doing your channel. You know, before I started really dedicating a ton of time to my channel, I was like really diehard into Football Manager, and then Europa Universalis, and Stellaris just came out. And those games are freaking massive time sinks. I don't know if you ever played any of them.
Oh yeah.
I probably hadn't touched Europa Universalis in like maybe 2.5 or 3 years, and I got on about a couple weeks ago, and I've been playing through a campaign as the Ottomans.
Oh.
It's been a lot of fun.
Oh. Ah, crap. Sorry, I just hate it. I love it, like, we lost like 7 people when I started playing this game. That's funny. Yeah, I figured I'm gonna play one round of this and we'll go to something else. I got, like, Counter-Strike. Ah! But yeah, I'm really not happy. I missed Scattershot, because that was a really good thing for Hanzo. I feel like they nerfed the hell out of him.
Well, that's the great thing about Team Fortress is you go in, and I feel like I can be away for 6 months or a year and pick the game right back up.
Oh, I got
And
play of
with
the
all
game. Check that out.
Oh, yeah. Hearts of Iron. That's like one of the few games by Paradox that I could really never get into.
Catch you later, Binary. Thanks for dropping by, man. But for Mercy, yeah. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play something else, because I was just haven't touched Overwatch in several years. Bring up Steam here. Let's see what else we got. You guys want to see PUBG? How much we play that one where I'm really bad at it? Yeah, let's do PUBG, why not? But yeah, so you were way into Overwatch at one point?
Oh man.
God, that's crazy. Now I'm just waiting for PUBG to launch. There we go. Now let's see if it actually captures it
I
properly.
liked Overwatch so much, I bought a copy for my computer and a copy for my Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So I played when I was
it
on the
did
road.
come up for Xbox One, didn't it?
Yep. And then
Yeah.
on my computer account, I actually did this deal for a while where I just purposely tried to tank and just do as terrible as I could in games. I was trying to get down as low as I can get in the tier listing. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's funny.
More fun than it sounds.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, the funny thing, I was actually started playing PUBG Mobile with my wife just for fun. Because I'm actually, like, decent at PUBG Mobile for some reason. Don't know why.
I don't know what it is either. I played PUBG Mobile maybe 4 or 5 times, and I've won every game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I find if you're playing by yourself, and depending on the way the settings are, you're playing against a lot of bots initially. But once you, like, actually, like, win a couple matches, you tend to start playing against people. And then the difficulty level actually amps up.
It's typically I'm on one of my kids' accounts, and they're like, they're just getting into it. My wife's yelling at them to go brush her teeth. They're like, "Dad, can you finish my game? I don't want to abandon the game." I'm like, "Yeah, hand it over here."
Yeah,
So I'm like,
fine. If you don't want to die to the zone, little Bimmy, it's okay. I'll finish it for you. Yeah, did they ever fix the Xbox version? Apparently, they had like a lot of issues.
Man, I don't know. I'm not really into these games, the PUBG or Fortnite. Although I think that PUBG is definitely more my jam than Fortnite. I'm not really into that whole building Minecraft.
Yeah, I find
while I'm trying to do it while I'm trying to kill people.
Yeah, I find Fortnite's a more arcade shooter, where PUBG is more tactical. But then again, they're both kind of meh. PUBG I find frustrates me more than just about any other game though, in terms of like, if I'm gonna hit a guy with a freaking 7.62 round at a couple hundred yards, I'm like, it's gonna put him on his back and make him cry. And I'm like, come on. Let's see, why haven't Valve released the original PS2 campaigns on Steam as DLC? Not sure. Which games are you talking about, man? You're talking about Half-Life? Fortnite is cancer. Ah, crap. I love the fact that I have my Xbox controller plugged in right now, and the game's like, yeah, B to eject. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. So we're probably going to die
Are you
really
playing
quick.
on PC?
Yeah, PC, yeah. So you out in your office remote area right now?
Nah, I'm in California right now working.
Oh, you are? Okay. Doing
Yeah.
more auctioneer stuff or something else?
Yep. Yeah, doing well.
Damn.
Stuff.
When's the next time you come to Idaho?
I have no idea actually.
God, it took you out here and actually have to give you more time with that freaking retro arcade. That place is amazing.
Yeah. I definitely want to come up and spend a day at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't drink beer, because man, it makes that experience so much better.
Gorilla, no, I'm not an IT guy. I am a livestock auctioneer and farmer. by
He
trade.
is the ultimate cowboy.
I am completely and utterly outside of expectations, I think, for
Yeah,
For who I
what
see.
what you would think a video game guy would be, Genobi is not what you're expecting.
Yeah, I saw that Tetris 99 has an offline mode for $10, but you know, it's kind of crazy. I can just get the EA one on the phone, and that's offline as well.
Oh yeah, that's the battle royale version of that game or something like that.
Yeah, you know, it's okay.
God damn
feel
it!
like
Sorry, Godzilla Jones is like, I hope you weren't an IT fag. Come on, man. Oh man.
Oh, man, Gorilla.
Uh,
Man, IT would suck. I think. I mean, for me, but I'm used to being outdoors. I feel like I need to see the sunshine and be moving around. I don't want to sit at a desk. I grew up around computers and technology in my home. We always had like the latest computers, and I mean, just cutting edge technology all through my youth. And so I was really experienced with computers. I was online for the valley that I lived in.
got me.
And I got tired of answering questions. You know, it's just being so involved with it at this young age just really burned me out to the point where I never dreamed of getting into IT like everybody else did.
Mm-hmm. So that was PUBG, everybody. Let's play something else. So how do you guys feel about Counter-Strike? I haven't touched that one in a while.
Hey, you remember that game that was really popular in the late 90s? I think it was called SWAT.
Yeah. So you had SWAT Police Quest, and then you had SWAT 2, and then SWAT 3. Talking about those ones?
Yeah, well, Police Quest was different. Police Quest was like an adventure game.
Well,
where you're a police officer.
so SWAT, it was SWAT Police Quest. Well, no, oh, sorry. So it went. So with the SWAT games, it actually started with SWAT Police Quest, which is actually an FMV game, and then it kind of like evolved into SWAT 2, which was a top-down action game, and then SWAT 3,
That's
which
what
was a
I'm thinking of right
3D
there.
was a 3D game. Because like
I'm thinking about that top-down tactical game.
yeah, SWAT. Yeah, I actually have SWAT 2. I still have my game box for that. I wonder where my disc is. I haven't looked for that in a while. But I think a lot of my PC games are actually still in the garage because I just haven't. I need to actually go build like a XP system I can play them on. Play some CS:GO just because PUBG is unfortunately a cruel mistress.
What you really need to be playing is Tech War. I think you're dropping the ball here.
You know, I still have my copy of Tech War. I should go play that.
You really should.
Let's do deathmatch. God, Tech War was a fun game.
Man, I was absolutely blown away by Tech War when I first played it.
So the fact that like Tech War not only was a first-person shooter, but had FMV footage interlaced to have Will Shatner, man, that was just great. God, I'm just drunk enough to where I can't enunciate. It's fantastic. Yeah, Tech War was a DOS game.
It's fantastic.
I had the CD. I had the CD version of it.
That's what I had.
You know, it wasn't a bad game.
I really liked it. I mean, it's been like 30 years probably since I played it, so maybe it's not as good as I remember. But I remember a really great game.
I'm trying to remember the last time I remember playing the game. I'm trying to remember the dates involved and when I played it. Definitely sometime around the mid-90s for sure.
Yeah. Now I don't know about you, but for me, growing up like in the early 90s, some of my favorite games was SimCity and SimCity 2 on PC, and then I played the series of games called Castles. You ever played those?
No, which one was that one?
Castles is it was Castles 1 and 2. It's a strategy game. You're the king, and you run a castle, and you have to build up your defenses.
How did I miss?
Freaking awesome.
Yeah. So kind of like, my God. I remember a PC game I absolutely loved back in the day was Conquest of the New World. Because it would have, like, this crazy, like, you found a colony and then you had to go and do a, like, this, like, turn-based battle system if you ever, like, got in a fight.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It was good stuff.
John Rogers says he talked about castles earlier. Yeah,
Oh,
John,
did he?
Castles is awesome, man. It's just it was so much fun. I loved it. I also really loved the Sierra Adventure games. Like my favorite game was probably Quest for Glory, and then maybe Space Quest.
Oh yeah, you know I found an IBM compatible like floppy disk version of Space Quest, and you go. Need to get working because I found a IBM PS2 I need to like go play with and see if it's actually functional.
Yeah, Red Alert 2 was a phenomenal game as well.
Oh yeah, God,
that actually came out a little bit later on though than what we're talking about.
Yeah, Red Alert 2 is fantastic. Oh, apparently I'm fighting bots right now. God, I have a buddy who has a SIG rifle like this, and man, that's a nice rifle to shoot.
Yeah, I have a Henry. That's my main rifle.
Oh yeah? Like a Martini Henry, or like a different type? What are you talking about here?
Oh, it's a Henry Repeating Arms. That's what the name of the company is, and they're just like old style Western rifles.
Oh, so like a Winchester, okay.
You know, yeah, it's
a volcanic repeating rifle.
Yeah,
so I have a what? Keep on.
45 Schofield.
Okay. Yeah, I've only shot her like Winchester a couple times, but they're pretty fun rifles. Oh God.
I also have a Springfield 30-06 bolt action. I think that's pretty great rifle.
Yeah, Springfield's pretty good. Cause I find the Springfield feels a lot like a Mauser, because apparently the Springfield is actually a stolen copy of that.
You know, I had a Mauser 7mm World War II rifle for a lot of years. I recently sold it.
Yeah, I have a Mauser. It's a Yugoslavian knockoff. That's really good. John
Rogers says King's Quest will always be my favorite series.
Oh yeah.
I thought King's Quest was quite fantastic myself. It was really good. I really liked all the Sierra games though. I mean, I don't really think that they put out much that I didn't care for. They used to do these big game packs back in the day, and you'd go and spend like $100 and you'd get a bunch of their older games in them. And I remember I bought this big box set, and it came with like Police Quest 3 or 4 and Quest for Glory 3 or 4. I don't remember which ones. And it came with King's Quest and Space Quest and Leisure Suit Larry and Red Baron. Those were the games it came with. That was like such an incredible box set. Every single game in that was fantastic.
I remember like Red Baron, like the first time I saw that game. It was advertised in PC Gaming World or Computer Gaming World. And it was like, you can play as the Germans. I'm like, what? Alternate history? And
I love that game. It's so freaking good.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. I remember like getting that game, playing it just because I'm like, oh, I'm going to change the events of World War I. It's going to be cool to see how that plays out. Oh, God. I wrecked there.
Yeah, Ethel Chip, I don't know if it still holds up, but I mean, back when it came out, it was phenomenal.
Which game?
I get really... Red Baron. I get really afraid to go back and try some of these games. Like I'm a big plane junkie. Actually, I'm a pilot as well, though I haven't flown in a long time.
Oh, you actually have your license?
You know, like yeah.
God, you would.
A-10 Tank Killer was like, that was my jam. I love A-10 Tank Killer.
Yeah, so A-10 Tank Killer, the one thing I loved about it was, did you ever actually land your A-10 on a river?
I don't know. I mean, I completely beat the game and did everything you could in it.
So, in A-10 Tank Killer, you could actually physically land your A-10 on a river and just drive it around like a car. Because the rivers were technically a perfectly flat surface, like an airfield. And I love doing that. You just drive around and just shoot boats like they're nothing. It was so much fun. It was good stuff. Oh man, a good friend of mine, he works for the transportation department. He actually is working on getting his pilot's license. So he's been like He's been flying the government freaking aircraft.
Oh man, that bird.
Oh, the
Yeah,
yeah.
there's really not a whole lot of flight sim type games that, like you're saying. For me, there's a free one. I can't remember what it's called on PS4. It's online. It's also on PC. And it's,
So there's
pretty good.
like, what is it, DCS World or something like that, which is like the ultimate flight simulator game.
I haven't played that one. I mean, I think the ultimate flight simulator is Planes or Planes X. You ever mess with that?
That sounds familiar. I might have played that one. Yeah, there was a brief period in my life when I was actually trying out to, like, I took the aviation exam, and I was like trying out to fly as to fly for the Navy before I joined the Army.
Yeah, I actually something that not many people know is I actually had taken the exam for the Air Force and got in.
Oh shit!
And then when I went in for like the final deal, they do like some sort of sit down interview with you, and they start going over your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out that I had a daughter out of marriage, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well you have to get married." I'm like I can't get married. She doesn't like me. So I had a daughter in high school, so I was 18 at the time.
Oh damn.
And yeah, like no, she hates me. She's not gonna marry me. I'm like, well, you can go talk to the Navy; they'll take you, but we can't take you. It's policy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yet, if you have a child out of wedlock, we can't take you.
I just remember like when I was looking at the Air Force and like their exam questions, like they had like a bunch of like Tetris like questions. Like this is fucking weird.
Yeah, I can't regret too much because I'm pretty happy with my life. But
yeah, it's like you got a great family, man.
For a number of years, oh, I got an excellent family.
Yeah.
But for a number of years, I kind of regretted not actually going over and just talking to the people at the Navy. It wasn't until much later in life that I even realized that the Navy had the second largest air force in the whole world. I thought that it was just like a waste of my time.
Oh god, yeah, it goes like it literally goes Air Force, Navy, Army, Marine Corps. In terms of like in the world, yeah.
Like, wow, I kind of dropped the ball there, but no, it's everything worked out okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I got an amazing wife and kids, and like what I do for work. And yeah. It's great.
For sure. See, like it's my Marine recruiter tried to get rid of me with very odd ways. Read or like get you out of the like what time period were you trying to enlist in? It seems like maybe like Marine recruiters are not the types to get rid of the people they're going for. Ah.
So,
yeah,
I'm gonna pretend like I'm a complete noob. I know nothing about CS:GO. Isn't this a really freaking old game?
So it's CS:GO is just an expansion on Counter-Strike, which is a Half-Life mod that came out in probably probably like a year after Half-Life came out, so like 99. So this game's like crazy old. So CS:GO is just basically the Valve official version of it where they added online stuff to it with like skins and all kinds of stuff.
And people are still playing this thing.
Oh
like
yeah, freaking yeah. Well, people are still playing the original mod 20 some odd years down the road. Yeah, like God, I remember like there was a brief period of time when like Counter-Strike, the mod for Half-Life, was the most played online game ever. It was kind of nuts.
Yeah, for me, man, I just start getting burned out. I have to play something new.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played this game a lot back in the day. Like, but ultimately I found this game, and then I played Tribes a ton when that game came out originally. Is that an MP7? I'm not sure what type of gun. Yeah, it's an MP7. Yeah.
Yeah, Tribes is one I never touched.
Oh god, so like Tribes was a fantastic game. It was an expansion on Star Siege, which was that like giant mech game that was meant to rival MechWarrior and all that back in the day. And like people liked playing the mod Tribes more than they liked playing Star Siege, because ultimately Star Siege was just a really uninspired mech title. And, oh man, it was just so good. Because like the mods that came out for freaking, that came out for Tribes were just, oh god, their entire team was behind me from there. But man, the freaking mods that came out for them were great. Like the base modifications and friggin'. So I don't know, how much like online competitive play did you do back in the 90s?
Well, probably not a whole lot, if any. A lot of LAN parties
Oh
when I
yeah.
was younger.
Did you play any? You play any Homeworld?
No,
Ah, God, Homeworld was amazing.
no, I still never played Homeworld. I think the first game I actually played online on competitive was 1942.
Oh shit. So I remember, like, so my brother, he worked for a couple of startups in Silicon Valley back in the day, and like one of the games he like was beta testing and like alpha testing was 1942, and that was like, when he showed that to me, like what he was testing, I'm like, oh my god. Because I think I'm trying to remember what other games at that point in time were out that were like, this is like the benchmark for first-person shooters, and I think like it was probably like Counter-Strike, and then they had 1942 was some of the stuff that was out there.
I'm trying to remember. When we would do the LAN parties, it would typically be like Diablo 2. What else was going on back then? I'm trying to remember. I'm like just drawing a blank. I can't even tell you.
So I remember, I remember a lot of LAN parties I go to.
Pretty hard back then.
Oh yeah. I remember a lot of LAN parties I go to back in the early 90s would degrade into Diablo 2 fests.
Yeah, Diablo 2 is pretty popular.
Yeah.
It seemed like I was playing some online games, you know.
Hey Zavi, what's up, man?
EverQuest or something.
Yeah, I remember EverQuest. Yeah, I remember my brother, like, he, like, when he first bought EverQuest, people were making fun of him. He was like, I finally found the dark side, I want to try it out. Yeah. It's good stuff. See, is that an MP7? I don't remember the MP7 being good in CSGO. Yeah, I don't remember the MP7 ever being particularly good, but this is deathmatch, so... So what part of California in right now?
Riverside.
Where?
Riverside.
Where is that?
It's an hour south from LA.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. See, I think the, yeah, farthest south I ever went in California when I lived there was LA. Like, to go to...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it down here, but I got work, so.
Oh, fair enough.
And then from here, I'm gonna head over to Colorado, and I'm gonna spend a couple days in Kansas, and then back to Colorado for a couple days, and then back home.
So was that was the auction you did in Idaho? Did that turn out being profitable for you guys, or was it kind of a waste?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, that's good. It's like a reason to come back in the future.
Oh yeah. I mean, unless some of these other, I have some kind of big plans in the works right now, so I guess it just depends on how that stuff works out over the next 6 to 12 months. I think you kind of know I'm trying to move up to Washington at this point, and I've been in negotiations for an auction house up there. So if that would work out, then I would be living up there close to where your hell's going.
Yeah, no, he's going to Seattle. I know that.
Yeah, the place I'm going it's about 15 miles southeast of Seattle.
Oh, damn.
And it looks pretty promising, but I've been negotiating this deal, and there's been a lot of complications because people died, and now there's like a confusion over who owns what percentage of this property and the business on it. So I think I entered into it like in November, negotiations, and we're still going, and it's May. That just tells you how complicated the whole deal is.
Oh, wow. Apparently I'm just fighting bots at the moment. Oh, God.
Jeremy Dixon used to live in Riverside. Glad he moved out. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to live here. I have a house here. I come down here once a month. But it's not like it's there's positive stuff. The people are really wonderful, and there is a small retro gaming community down here. I have a friend over in Ontario that owns a retro gaming store called Pixel Vault Games, and I really enjoy going over and seeing him. Out where I live in Oregon. And this kind of, I guess, goes right into Gorilla Jones' question, which is, do I have a ranch? And the question is, yes, I farm. We have a lot of acreage. And essentially, I don't know anybody out where I live that's into anything that I'm into that's not farming. So there's no one to really have a conversation with about retro games or pop culture from the 80s or 90s or anything even remotely connected to that. And that's what makes YouTube and the connections to YouTube so nice. Is I can get on here and I can meet a guy like Ian, and we have a lot of stuff in common, and it's great.
Oh yeah. So you guys come to Idaho more often.
Yeah, I definitely need to come to Idaho. It's typically pretty good for me though in Idaho. There's a lot of business there.
Yeah, there's still a ton of agricultural stuff out here for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to convince my father-in-law to grow hemp.
Yeah,
I'm like,
wow,
there's money, man. Come on, money. And he's like, nah, it's a gateway. And I'm like, a gateway to what? Money?
That's the deal. I think I already told you guys that I'm involved in the massive grow right now, 500 acres.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Acres.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know how that works out.
Yeah.
Exactly. When they get those fields planted, I'll be sending you some drone footage over my place.
Look at all this. So I like Idaho, and they're yeah, absolutely. Gorilla Jones, Idaho is awesome. Like especially Meridian, Boise metro area. They've done tons with it.
I kind of, for me, Gorilla, there's a place over there called Twin Falls, and I actually considered moving out there. But recently,
God, Twin. Ugh.
So many people moved out there in the last 3 or 4 years.
I don't know. Twin reminds me too much of the town I'm from in Eureka, where it's just like dilapidated, drug, crime problem.
Oh no! When's the last time you've been out there?
Twin?
Yeah.
Maybe like a month ago.
Oh man! Like when I was out there, it just that town was dying, and now it's all big mansions being built and all kinds of money going into it. It's crazy. It's like all the rich people moving there.
I don't know. Twin just reminds me too much of California. At least where I'm from.
Who would win in a fight, Genovi or Jimmy? Probably Jimmy.
I don't know, Genovi, man. You're pretty freaking beefy.
Yeah, I am beefy, but Jimmy's a lot bigger than me.
He's soft from all those years in Japan.
Well, Japan will do that to you.
You just seem like solid muscle to me.
Yeah, well, you have to be, man, living out here on a farm.
Yeah, man, forget about all that stuff you do, like dragging horses around. You're like, get in there.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I freaking having this pony found around the field.
Yeah, because you're a hugger, man. And I'm like, damn, you're like solid meat.
It's so funny how often I'll hug somebody and they're just like gel and then bone. You know? I mean, that's what to describe it. Like that. What am I touching? Like, what's wrong with you? Why does it feel like there's like gel and then bone only?
Yeah. No, I guess that was funny. It's like, man, freaking like, you're just a solid dude. Put that out there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just... solid dude, as in you're probably all muscle, just based on your day job.
We move a lot of hay.
Bro,
This year's gonna be different for me though because of the whole entire hemp deal. Like last year, I put up about 10,000 bales of hay, and this year I'm not putting up any hay. It's all going into hemp.
See, HistoricNerd, hire a YouTube girl to go over your chat. I should do that. I love how I headshot that guy with the shotgun. It's a pot, though.
Have we gossiped about the pro Jared BS yet? Oh man, all day
we have
yesterday,
actually, because I
could not help myself but tweet about it all day yesterday.
Oh yeah,
it was just so classic.
Yeah, it's kind of. It was funny because I did a video forever ago where I accidentally got Pro Jared in the footage, and I was like, oh shit, it's Pro Jared.
On your video.
Yeah, on the video. Have you not seen that part? Oh, you know what?
Which
Hey,
video is this?
oh, it's my Portland Retro Gaming Expo interview one.
I guess I'll have to go look it up.
Here, I'll put it on stream for you guys because I'm kind of not feeling CS:GO. 1 sec here, guys. Hang on. I have seen that video. Alright, hang on, though. Let me bring this up. Just because I think it's funny as hell.
I have the worst internet right now. Everywhere I go in America.
Yeah, this is totally Portland, is what this is. When I search myself / Portland Retro Gaming interview. That's
Wait, so is this on your channel?
yeah, the video's on my channel, but apparently a sports feed is flooding everything. Play Red Baron. Oh, I need that game. I got too much garbage in here. Let me show you guys here really quick. Yeah, right here. Pro Jared, look right there. Accidentally got him in there.
Man, he is a doofiest looking dude.
He's a skinny dude with a big nose. Kind of like Spoonie, if you ever follow that channel. It's already old. Yeah, this video is from 2015. Yeah, it's pretty old. With only 185 views. That's what I love about this video. It's like the lowest viewed video on my channel. Yeah, that was funny. Good stuff. Yeah. Alright, let's see some other games you can play in here. We got Data Feed Source, we got Devil Daggers, which Colin was all about. I think he left now that, oh, sorry, let's take you out of here. Oh. We got Rocket League, Run Total War, Strike Vector. That's just Strike Vector. I see that was even still playing that one anymore.
I'll tell you, I'm really interested in that new Rome game that just dropped.
Oh, the Total War game, like the Three Kingdoms one, or which one? Or the...
No, it's a Paradox game.
Oh, the Imperator one. Yeah, so that's like, oh my... 1 sec, this game is crazy freaking loud. Hang on. Oh, really? Sorry, 1 sec, guys. Apparently this game decided to show up in the tiniest window imaginable.
Gorilla Jones says that Pro Jared looks like a buck chicken.
Okay, why are we stuck in audio now? You know, when I play a game, I want it in 800 by 600. That just makes the most sense to me.
How many monitors do you have?
I'm rocking 3 32-inch monitors.
Man, that sounds pretty nice.
It's a pretty sweet deal. And no one plays this game anymore. That's cool. Yeah, I really like having 3 monitors.
So how's this new video coming along?
I got the script done, and probably when I read it aloud and actually do all the audio capture, it's going to end up like a 30 to 40 minute video. So it's going to be stupid long.
It was funny because you're showing your word count and your page count on Twitter a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was going to reply to you with my word count, page count, because it's almost the same right now.
Oh,
like,
for
damn,
the
7 pages, 4,000 words.
Oh, for the Saturn one you're working on right now?
Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
Oh, damn.
I'm not even done yet.
Oh,
Gorilla,
man.
I don't know. I'm not against doing a video on Snatcher. I'm just not quite at that position right now, where I'm ready to do something like that.
So apparently no one's playing Strike Vector anymore, so that's not going to work. Alright, sorry guys. Ultimate General Gettysburg? Let's play that one. Let's do that one. But, man, that's going to be a long-ass video, freaking talking about the Saturn and 32X. So I'm assuming the main thesis of your video is going to be about the 32X being fantastic. Is that the point here?
Nope.
No? Really?
I mean, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not fantastic. But no, that's definitely not the whole. That's not the thesis of the video.
Interesting. All right.
I'm really excited. I really want to tell you about it, but at the same time, I just want you to see it and see if I change your mind on the way you view history at that period.
Interesting. All right.
And if I do change your mind a little bit, then I feel like I have accomplished something. If not, then yeah, it should be an interesting conversation at that point.
All right. Yeah, I've been actually kind of like, I've been waiting for you to write this thing, but I thought it was funny you sent that video to me last night. You were like, I'm sorry that you don't like the Saturn. I apologize for this. I'm like, fuck you! No, that was funny.
Yeah, I wanted to say it's like, it's from a completely different perspective than what everybody else does when they've done these videos on the Saturn and why Sega had to exit the console market. It's I'm pulling from interviews that I don't think that anybody's really ever used before.
Interesting. Okay.
So
I'm assuming you're not pulling much from like Sam Pettis or anything like that then.
I'm trying to pull from Japanese sources, and I've been having people. I've been like using translation stuff, and then I'm sending over sections that look like they're relevant when I'm talking about. And I'm having people that I've met through my channel do the full translation for me.
Oh, sick! Yeah, like, 'cause the interesting thing about it, like, there's not a lot written from the Japanese perspective there, so I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so it's so a lot of that actually, most of this video is actually taken from Japanese sources, and there'll be a couple pretty long Japanese quotes in there that are going to be translated that I don't think are really out there that most people know about. I actually kind of debated for a little bit. I was thinking about having Jimmy read them in their native Japanese, and then hard subbing over the top of the video. But I actually think that's probably better.
Yeah, that'd be really intriguing. Come on here.
Dixon says he hates this kind of game. These are my kind of games right here. I love it.
Sorry, Jimmy. You weren't a fan of Civil War General, huh?
Yeah, those are the games like really suck me in on the Genesis. I'll sit down and put on like Aerobit Supersonic, and 3 or 4 hours goes by, and I'm thinking, man, I should have been capturing footage and doing a review on this game. Such a good
I think forever ago I did like a video on this game. It was like Ultimate General and then another game that I thought was really interesting.
There's for me personally, and I think kind of makes me a little bit unique as far as people to actually review games, but there's not really a genre that I don't like. And I'm actually a guy that even really likes sports games, which is like extremely unique, especially for people that are on YouTube. So it's actually been kind of a blessing to my channel because I've covered some sports games for the 32X, and those have had staying power. You know, people really enjoy those. And
oh yeah, really for sure.
Many other people talking about that stuff that actually enjoy those kind of games.
Jared, if you didn't wrench up, we get a timeout for liking this game. I find those like Civil War Generals, Blue and the Gray, like those were some games I absolutely adored back in the day.
There's a I don't think I own it. I've been looking for it. It's a Revolution game for the Genesis. You know what I'm talking about?
Sounds familiar. These are like Blood and Liberty or something like that. Liberty or Death.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that came out for the Super Nintendo as well. I think in that time.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, those were good times.
What's the circle around that's on the map there?
What circle are we talking about?
Well, there was like looked like a smoke cloud up at the top right corner. No longer there.
No, I don't know. Might have been some musket or artillery fire, maybe, or something along those lines. I remember, like, fun thing. My dad back in the mid-90s actually helped the high school produce a like mini short film about Pickett's Charge from Gettysburg. It was pretty cool. I need to actually, like, I want to go and actually upload the VHS tape online just because it's such a fun little, like, thing they did.
Iron Storm Sega Saturn is a legendary game of greatness. I think I own Iron Storm, but I'm not sure if I've ever played it.
I lost my virginity on Hagerstone Road. Oh, fantastic, man. That's fun. It's Iron Storm is the, what, the World War II strategy game on Saturn, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Like I said, I've never actually played it. There's actually one on, well, it's not World War II, but I think it's called Third World War on Sega CD as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually found a copy of that one, and it was like the Mech Warrior game, so I ended up going with the Mech Warrior game as opposed to Third World War. But if it's still there when I go back, like next week, I'll probably pick up the Third World War game.
You know, you don't see that game very often, so
yeah. Well,
yeah,
the Mech Warrior game was like, I need this game. I saw you did a thing about it, and it just looked awesome. Man, freaking, but yeah, also, AK, I really appreciate the donation, man. Stupid dive bomb attack.
The one thing about Gorilla Jones, he's played so many games. It's always kind of interesting having him in the chat because I feel like a lot of games come up for discussion, and I probably haven't played or
he was
experience with about half of them.
He was there when those things were coming out, like real time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was there too when they were coming out, but
well, I mean, like he was working in the industry, like said industry.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No, that definitely makes a difference. This is definitely an interesting game.
Yeah, this game's pretty cool in terms of like just like visually how it looks and the way it plays. I found it was a lot more because there was like Civil War General Ultimate or something like that, where like the game was much more different in terms of like the playstyle. Like it actually, you had to wait for dispatches to go to the units before anything would happen. So it was like trying to be more realistic in terms of how actually command and control occurred back then. So, fun times. Let's get the Army of the Potomac here to win the war. Let's see, the argument between Sega Japan and the Sega versus 32X meeting was LOL and terrifying. Thanks for the BA counter. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Well, apparently I broke the Confederates there at the hill.
So is this kind of like the Command and Conquer where you need to build up your resources?
No, this game not really. This game is based on realistic arrival realistic arrival times from the actual like battle at Gettysburg. So you'll keep getting reinforcements. I find ultimately this game is very much in favor of the Union, just because historically it really was. So it's essentially just like in real time you're going to be getting resupplies from when they actually arrived.
There, that freaking circle's on your screen again. that I was talking about.
The circle?
It's like a half circle. It's kind of glowing.
Oh, you know what that is? That's an effective range of this guy. I think it's a core general. I think it's like a morale boost or something like that. I think I'm talking about. This game is union biased. I don't know. I find it interesting.
Gorilla, I was going to sell Gorilla. It might disappoint him that I'm going to really just. I mean, I don't know if I even give that U.S. Japanese 32x meeting more than about 10 or 20 seconds in this video. So this video's probably not going to be as exciting as you're hoping for, because it's I don't think it's much of a story. I actually find it kind of interesting when you start digging through interviews, just kind of how a lot of people connected with that meeting put a lot less weight in it than a lot of other people, like historians and people writing articles at the time.
We're talking about the meeting between Nakayama and the American crew making the 32X. Are we talking about?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that one I find intriguing because it's like there's very little like actual like first-hand accounts of that meeting aside from Nakayama was like, make this thing, and they're like, okay.
You know, essentially what was happening is that you had Sato over in Japan, and he had actually already come up with essentially what they were going to do with the 32X. And at the same time, he's designing the Saturn. And at the same time, he's also designing the karaoke machine, the add-on.
Yeah.
So he's actually overburdened at the time, and that's kind of where this idea was to, since this was essentially going to be the successor to the Genesis, and over half of the total Genesis that were ever sold in the world were sold in America, then maybe it would be good to, since they already had essentially the design laid out for the system, go ahead and put it in America's hands. And and it just made a lot of sense. Freed him up to go focus on the Saturn and the karaoke machine, which I don't understand why the karaoke machine. That thing's extremely rare even to this day. So it just baffles me why they invested so much time and resources into developing this add-on that essentially didn't sell.
Yeah, the whole thing's absolutely fascinating. There just really wasn't enough discussion or enough records being kept to like really give you a definitive picture. I found the Console Wars book gives a really interesting perspective, but I find it's very biased and doesn't necessarily give us the whole picture, but it's certainly fascinating. Let's see here. Have you read the comic series called XIII? Ubisoft made a game based on it. No, I have not checked that one out. Let's see. The Japanese reps tore the US reps a new asshole when they mentioned Saturn. A full samurai attitude. Let's see. No, I'm talking about the meeting we had in NYC with Sega visited us. We were the largest distributor of Sega hardware in the US, and we were setting up our holiday buying quotas. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it seems to me like there was a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, there's a lot of information that the Sega of Japan kept straight on the hip, like in terms of like, even like the Sega CD, they didn't share that was just an add-on until after they started sending units to the States, right? But yeah.
I don't know a whole ton about the history of the Sega CD.
Oh, gotcha. I'm trying to remember what book I read this in, but it was like the Sega CD was announced. Sega of America didn't know anything about it. They thought it was like a new console initially until they got some Sega CD dev units that were sent over. And it turns out the Sega CD units they got were intentionally disabled. So they had to have like, God, what's his name? Tom... Whoever the main tech guy was. Sorry, I'm kind of hammered at the moment, so I can't remember the name correctly. But like Tom, like they had him come on board and like actually like get the unit working, and they're like, oh, it's an add-on for the Genesis. And so they didn't know anything about the system until it was like almost to market. And that's why a lot, not to mention the fact that like a lot of those dev kits didn't even make it to Western developers in time for like the launch of the system. And so that's why a lot of Sega CD games of that period were literally just the same Genesis game but with a CD soundtrack.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was also kind of, a real popular thing to do. I mean, here you had
Oh yeah, but they're saying like,
essentially
okay, on.
new hardware and a new storage medium, and people didn't know how to fill it up. So, I mean, what do you use the CD for? Well, how about Red Book Audio?
Yeah,
In a lot of ways, like you're talking like Echo of the Dolphin. I mean, that was fantastic having that CD to be able to throw into my disc player and play that soundtrack as a kid. Scott Bayless, yeah. I'm not like a Scott. I guess I don't have nothing against him, but I'm not like a huge Scott Bayless fan. I don't really agree with most of his opinions, and I've read over a ton of his interviews, and I don't really see eye to eye with him on the way that he views history. I think it's, I don't think he sees stuff from, I think it's revisionist history with him a lot of his. That's my personal opinion.
Scott Bayless. I thought it was intriguing because it seems to me like it explains a lot about what was going on in that period in terms of why a lot of the Sega CD games didn't fully exploit the CD, and they just kind of filled it up with Red Book Audio, like you were saying. The fact that like
but I mean, you've seen that on other consoles too. I mean, the Neo Geo CD, same exact deal.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, like the TurboGrafx CD was essentially the same exact deal, except they put FMV on a lot of those games as well. But I mean, that CD add-on, unlike the Sega CD, the deal with the Sega CD is that you actually had hardware add-on, like essentially Mode 7 support with it, right?
Yeah.
So you could really do some cool stuff with it, where you had something like the TurboGrafx CD or CD-ROM, and that added, just add the CD support. So it wasn't like it was adding anything to it wasn't really upgrading what the TurboGrafx could already do. And that's what really makes the Sega CD so special, is that it really just made the Genesis a powerhouse.
Yeah, very true. Like some of the stuff the Sega CD did for the Genesis was awesome. Let's see. After weeks of IGN bitching about and shaming people for spoiling Avengers Endgame, they outright spoiled the Twisted Detective Pikachu in the thumbnails. Ooh.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
I can't say, I don't know, I've never been a huge Pokemon fan, so I'm like, yeah, it's something I might rent in the future, so it's not a huge thing for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I think that movie's gonna be fun to watch with my boys. So
oh yeah, I bet yeah, with kids, I think it's gonna be awesome. I think like for me, I think by the time the Sonic movie comes out, I think my daughter might be old enough to actually sit through a whole movie. So I might take her to that and just torture an entire theater with her screaming.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think it might be fun. I think it might be fun.
So Gorilla, I wanted to ask Gorilla about, do you remember about when that meeting was? And then he also says that he's talking about Scott Bayless. He says he was there, but he almost sounds ashamed of his time there. And I completely agree. I mean, for me, it's revisionist history. He down talks a lot of these consoles and the ideas going on behind them, and I just don't think when you start looking at stuff from a historical perspective that he is spot on at all. It really is like, let me disassociate myself from the Sega CD and the Genesis because I kind of think that they're crap, and and people perceive the 32X as being a failure, so I'm going to jump on board and just say it was a big piece of shit that ruined Sega.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's kind of crap.
Yeah.
Like the fact that a lot of people like take like the initial approach on those from the AVGN were like, what were they thinking? It's like, well, it was an add-on for your console that made it exponentially more powerful. I think it's a rather fascinating concept to begin with, but whatever.
Well, I guess I can ruin like a small part of my video for you here. Because essentially the 32X, and I'm gonna like really explain the whole entire philosophy, because Sega had essentially a core group of designers that designed all the hardware from the SG-1000 all the way through the Dreamcast. It was the same group of guys, and essentially they designed the 32X as well. And the core philosophy at Sega was backwards compatibility and utilizing past chipsets, and they did that with every single system. So you have the SG-1000 and then the SG-1002, which essentially is the SG-1000 but better controller, and it also takes the card reader. And then from there you have the Mark III, and the Mark III is actually based on SG-1000, and it has upgraded chips. They also moved over to RGB with the Mark III, and then from there you have Master System, which is essentially the same idea as the SG-1002, which has an upgraded shell and a brand new controller. And then for the Japanese release, it also had got FM sound, but that was kept out to keep costs down in America because the console wasn't selling well anyways. And then from there, you move on to the Genesis, which with the Genesis, you actually drop support for the SG-1000, and in doing so, you actually don't get access to a couple Master System games, but the hardware was built upon the Master System. So because it doesn't support the SG-1000, there's a couple video modes, and so that's why games like F111A or whatever that game's called, that fighter jet game, won't work on the Genesis. And then from the Genesis, essentially, what you were going to get was you were going to get the Genesis 32X, which was exactly the same concept. It was the Genesis as the backbone, and then the new system was chips built upon that, which was the 32X, and it was envisioned as an all-in-one console. And essentially, the reason that changed is that meeting in America. So it wasn't. We didn't get together and say, "Oh, we're going to do an add-on system." That wasn't the deal. They already had a design. We know that from reading interviews in Japan. It was essentially designed. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew they wanted to use the two SH2 processors because that's what they're going to use in the Saturn. And they wanted to make sure that when they released the Saturn, that was the part of the machine that went up to the Saturn. So still keeping that same philosophy all the way through. So the Genesis was the backbone for the 32X, and the 32X was the backbone for the Saturn. It's the design philosophy from beginning to end, all the way up till Dreamcast hits, and that changes everything. So, but essentially, what happens with that American meeting is that they start feeling that maybe they're gonna end up, alienating some of the consumer base by releasing a brand new console. And since the same design ideology has been working with every single new iteration of a flagship console that they have released, it makes more sense to just release the new chipset since the core Genesis is already there. And that's where the idea for the add-on came from. And they're still going to roll forward with that Genesis 32X. That's what that system was called. Or the code name was Neptune.
Yeah, Neptune.
And that was going to release in 95. And the idea was you release that in 94, and then you release the Saturn in September of 95, and then around October, November, you release the Genesis 32X. And that is the all-in-one replacement. There's no more Genesis. That's the new system. It's an economical system, and it still remains viable for a couple years. And there's some sort of compatibility back and forth to make, demakes of Saturn games for it. And then there's a variety of reasons, obviously, that didn't happen, which I hope to go into. But that's kind of something that you got like a little preview right there.
Oh yeah,
of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty sweet, man. But all right, guys, I think we've been going for about close to 3 hours, and I am unfortunately had a little more rum and coke than I probably should have. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and have a good night and end the stream here. But
yeah, well. Thank you everyone for stopping by and listening to us BS.
Oh yeah,
it's great seeing everyone.
Yeah, definitely fun having you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out as long as you have. Hope you have a fantastic evening, night, or whatever you're doing. All right, you guys have a good night. Historic Nerd is gonna snuggle now. That's for sure. All right, you guys have a good night. All right, bye.